I found it. I found what's wrong. You've got sound now.
Have you?
Hello, can you hear us?
Hang on.
No.
Hang on, wait.
Where's John? There! It's there! There! Give me a pen. I need a pen. We can communicate with these people.
It's coming.
Scarlett, get me a pen.
Boom!
Yeah, boom! Yeah! We're back! Woo! Keep the excitement going, Ash. Keep it going.
Go!
Yeah!
Can you tell we've not done it for a while?
John
Turn
is
it all off.
shit. There you go. First swear out of the way. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah.
Wow. And I had that.
Who fixed it?
Yeah, it's true. It was me. I fixed it.
Yeah. We clearly haven't done this for a long time.
It's a bit like an old Rasta and Ash, isn't it? Where we used to start and it was just clanger after clanger.
Yeah, totally.
Like, one of you sounds like you've had helium and the other one sounds like he's down a well.
Do you remember that?
Yeah,
Do you remember that?
So
no, actually, honestly, when we got in here, John started setting up. He looked at me, switched on the computers, and then went, "And now what do I do? I've forgotten everything." And I looked at him like going, like I could tell you what to do with the computers.
Yeah. Have you tried that one?
Hello, welcome back. What I said before was that we'd been away for a very long time.
About a million minutes.
I said it much better.
Yeah.
I had a whole thing rehearsed.
It was really funny.
It was funny. We laughed.
Yeah.
So vicariously, that part of the show was a success.
I'm totally
I'm happy with it.
Yeah,
Right, that'll go in the outtakes
And
file.
it would just be between us three.
X-Wing 3.0.
3.0.
Yeah, tell me about it. I wish we had it.
That's what we were talking about before we got sound going.
Yeah,
So-
that's right. That was all that hidden information that no one knows about.
Hello, everybody.
You have to be in the studio.
Welcome back. We've missed you so much. I have clearly been on a hiatus, and we had a whole collision of celestial bodies that caused things to happen in various personal circles that none of us could stream for 5 weeks, 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Right?
We've been well away, ain't we? We've just been.
Everything went wrong basically for a long time.
I did a couple of little live blogs because I had great Wi-Fi at the venue from Worlds. And this was meant to be last week. So what this is a Rasta Maice painting. I'm going to be doing some stuff, but that's not really
It's mainly
the point of this
world's
one.
catch-up.
This is a world's catch-up. Ash is here, right? So Ash is going to, obviously, I haven't spoken to Ash about my world's experience yet.
So
First
I got
time I've seen the
questions.
guys.
Obviously, you can message your questions to the pages now and to our chat group. And
Yeah,
so
please,
I'll keep
today.
an eye on the stream.
John's here doing his thing.
And Ash is back, right? Because I know some of you were hinting that you really like the Rasta and Ash thing, that you've missed that a little bit. And I certainly paid a lot more attention to... I've got to be honest, and I know I go on about I'm not really competitive and all that, but I got to Worlds and then it all just switched on and I was that competitive guy again. So if you do want some actual feedback about what I saw, what happened, I will tell you. And I got a pretty good overview of what was going on.
Yeah, because you were keeping up with the metal, keeping up with the archetypes. You were proper looking at it.
Thank you, Archie.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what Scarlett in this chat. Hey Scarlett. Scarlett's actually behind the wall. She's with me tonight. So did I like Minnesota? Who's that? Blue Galaxy. Hey Blue Galaxy. Do you know what, right? The first time we went to Worlds when it was at the FFG Centre, I didn't like Minnesota because we were stranded in a car park.
Because you're on an industrial
estate. It was an industrial estate.
Yeah.
But we were in one of the twin cities, right? We were in a bit more of the business district, apparently. But they're both the same. There ain't huge amounts that you'd think. There are little strips and that. But there was some great little restaurants. We went to Mickey's Diner, which is this long established, been there 95 years, which is a long time, right, in America.
Yeah.
And it's been in Jingle All the Way, and it's Stephen Fry's been there, and what was it? What's the English rock band with Eddie the Ed? Iron Maiden was there the week before we got there.
Oh, okay.
And listen, the food was wicked. If you ever get to go to Mickey's, go and say hi to a chef. Ask for Keith, right?
Keith.
And Keith should be a stand-up comic. Keith was the American I met with the driest, most sarcastic English sense of humour.
So he's British.
He totally got it. And he was like, you lot are funny, right? And we just had a great week with Keith, eating there at all sorts of times at night. And yeah, it was much better that it was in that bit of Minnesota. There was beautiful parks, there was places to walk to. I was right on the Mississippi River, dude.
Wow.
When we looked at that, was that when I said good
sent me
morning,
that picture,
dude.
yeah.
That was from the hotel window. Was looking down the Mississippi, where you could see the sun rise right in front of you, and they had like those paddle steamers. And look, I'm just a London boy, you know. I only
That's
seen
proper America
that was
from telly
that
and
was
stuff.
America,
Yeah,
and I was
yeah,
like, wow. And I met some, because we were in a city. We got to meet cool locals, and they give you like history and stuff that. Unless you've gone Googling and all that. America, exactly. Shaz Bodka. I met him. at Worlds.
Really?
I loved meeting you all. I have got an orc just to show you with me.
It brought one.
See, because I think about all you lot. And, right, what I'm going to do is we're going back and forwards. But I'm just answering that question, because otherwise I get carried away and I give you it all at once. And I don't want to do that. You know what I'm like. I've had 2 Red Bulls.
It's on
So
the ball.
it's a Monday double Red Bull header, so you're getting fully charged.
The batteries
The batteries are on, yeah, ever ready all the way. I'm the bunny. See what I mean? You've made me go off. Stop it, everyone. Calm yourselves. On topic. Minnesota much better than where they had it originally. So yes, FFG, well done.
It was Minnesota.
The venue was wicked as well. It was like immaculate, massive, well air conditioned. The food was stupidly expensive in venue.
Okay.
Like $5 for a water.
Really?
Yeah, that's £5.
Dude, yeah.
Right?
Well,
That's-
that's like, so when you go to like a Star Wars celebration or anything like that, and you go to the Excel Centre in London, exactly the same kind of thing.
Oh, and guess who we met in America? Ulfric.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he was asking after Clive. He said they seemed to be very much like similar souls.
right.
And I was like, yeah, Ulfric was wicked. He brought everyone chips. He brought everyone. Yeah, what a lovely guy. So Ulfric's back in Lapland, looking after his reindeer at the moment.
Yep.
So yeah, it cost me $50 for 2 drinks at the Hotel Bar Cup. Dude, we were like in a state of shock, but. Do you know what? It was a holiday, and I know it's a bit expensive, and it is, honestly, the exchange rate for the UK.
Is it 1-to-1 at the minute? Yeah.
Pretty much. It's pretty much. And that's really quite expensive for us, but kind of budgeted me money, and we had everything we needed, and I had enough money for everything. And yeah, look, man, me and Sim had such a wicked time. I'm going to talk about that more. I want to do other stuff before I get into that, and we get into that bit, because we've just touched the thing. But let me tell them what's going on today.
So give them the business.
I'll give you the business, because we're starting. Can we have viewer numbers, John? You remember how to do that? I'm sorry. I'm honed. I've been training. I'm very sharp at the moment. And John's scary because he's quite big, and he's been pumping it at the gym, isn't you, John?
I've been smashing it.
We have as well. By the way, I've hit my target weight. I'm 11.5 stone from like nearly 14 stone. So I'm back to weighing what I did when I was 19. Wow. Yeah, man. It's all there. It's all happening. The return of the Rasta, like I said on my video. Now back. And that's all due to you lot.
And we got big up, and we got big up Kev as well. We're losing the weight.
Kev's
lost 17 pounds or
do you
something.
know who else has lost loads of weight till you see him? Is little Brucey. You won't believe how much weight Brucey's lost.
Really?
Purely because he's eating regularly.
Proper food.
Every day.
Yeah.
He sleeps.
He sleeps now.
He sleeps. He's got enough. He's like, this is really good not being stressed. I sleep, I eat, I'm not bothered about. I was like, because there's nothing to be bothered about. Welcome to the country.
Yeah.
And he's like, I really like it here.
Yeah.
Wait till you see how much weight he's just dropped like
Really?
that.
Yeah,
Because
sleeping.
he's not living on
It's
sugar
scanny
and
hours.
caffeine.
Yeah, that's
So he lives on sugar and caffeine, and then once a week he eats, and it just goes, and his body don't know what to do with it, so it just stores it.
Yeah.
Whereas now his body uses food as fuel. And what am I talking about? Sorry.
Health blog.
2 Red Bulls.
Rasta's
Right,
back.
right. Listen. No cracking diet. Right, listen quickly. Today I'm going to carry on. I've got the base made for the Space Marine. I'm going to just be doing some of that in the background. Nothing much. Dry brushing. I'm going to be doing some marble, but that's just colour and paint. That's all it is. Let me tell you about the amazing giveaway.
Oh, good presents.
And there's 2 giveaways of sorts. The first one, that's the stretch goal, is my Plo Clune from Worlds.
You can only get it there.
Right, this cost me nearly £2,000 to go and get this shit. Right? Okay, no lie. This is the only thing I came back from Worlds, apart from 3 Red Squadron cards, which I'm giving to him because I kind of love him.
It's amazing.
Right? Whoever gets this, if you want me to sign the box and Sim to sign the box, we will. We don't have to. You can specify whoever wins it. This also comes with the cardboard, Plo-Clune dial, base plate, everything.
Target lock. It's got all this thing.
Everything. Wait. I ain't finished yet.
Wait.
And then it comes with the complete set of all arts. So you have got, I'll read them out to you. You've got Plo-Clune, the actual fighter pilot himself.
Lovely rear art of the card as well. I love these cards. What they're doing with the back
look at
art.
The rear art
amazing.
is just ridiculous. We have got Delta 7B.
Nice.
Yeah, John's put up
John's
that
sticking
nice.
it.
Yeah,
Clever.
He's remembering. We have got calibrated laser targeting if you want a squishy Plo-Clune. I'm going to ask you a Star Wars question in a minute. I bet you don't know the answer. That was a really stupid thing to bet.
No, I probably don't, you know. Like, you'll catch me on the spot and I'll be like, what?
Right. So, listen, that's the full set of everything. You know the cards are selling for like 30 quid each alone. Right? And this is a big stretch goal. I want £200, right? So go some way to pay back the £2,000 debt I've now got from going to Worlds. So, but... honestly, this ain't like another giveaway. This ain't a promo set that you're going to be able to get at a Hyperspace or anywhere else. This is a Worlds only exclusive. This was the second year the UK took Worlds. Boom! UK's in the room.
It was rather well done.
It don't matter. It was the second year we all went out there. This is a wicked, wicked set of gifts, right? This is part one. Then I'm going to show you part two. Oh, by the way, when that does go live... that's going to be 1,000 spondoolies a ticket, right? I know it's a lot, but it's a really, really big prize. And I'm always going to want to favour the guys that have built up spondoolies through donating. So that's why it's a high cost. Now, to thank the people that donate tonight, whoever donates the largest single amount over the course of the evening, I will be giving this to. There'll be no raffle for this.
Thing of beauty.
Right, now, this is a limited print from the prize wall at Worlds that I had to win with the only bloody 3 prize tickets I had, right? And that will be signed by myself and Simeon, right? The outgoing world champion. I might even pop it in a nice little frame for whoever wins it. So, those of you that are most generous tonight will be rewarded specifically. Thank you very much for all your support. Those of you that met me know how much it means to me. And it's like my little job and it keeps me going. So thank you very much. But I'll give you something back every time. So it's never money for nothing. And then I'll give you some... Richie C's in! Boom! Damn the £1 tip tonight. I'm going large. I want the print. Look at him. I love it.
Did it in one lump and not 10 lumps of pound.
Yeah, because so multiple little ones will still add up to... Okay, cool.
That's like sex.
Yeah, 15 Tavern Wars is like that.
Right.
Fine.
I'll tell you what we do, right? Whoever does win that print, because we were talking about who should sign it, and I said that the majority of you would know me and will know Simeon clearly because he's awesome, right? But if whoever wins it wants it signed by the bulk, you know, the core members, Ash, John, the Wookiee, Taylor, like the real start of the Warlords, right? Let us know. And we will have it signed by those appropriate people. There won't be no smut, like I've just already done 2 smuts, but and there you go. Yeah, wicked. So some wicked prizes today. We are going to be doing some painting.
Prizes,
Should we?
Are we doing a Stream Boss prize as well? Oh, we give away extra.
We give away extra It's been that long.
It's been that long. I forget what we did.
I'm sure that was your idea, was it? There we go.
Get the vets to sign it at the weekend. So look, whoever wins that, whatever you would most like, we would do the same with the Plo-Clune. If you'd like it signed, whatever you want, we do. If you don't want it signed, we also won't.
I think that's a great idea. Get the vets to sign it.
Shazbot's awesome. There was a lot of you I met in America, and I don't know if you're all watching, those of you that I met, but it was truly humbling to meet you all, and it was probably the highlight. You know, that's
side...
That's
the best bit, right?
You know that.
Yeah.
You know that for me.
That's why we do it.
You know that for me.
That's what it's
all
about.
On a Sunday when we didn't even make the cut, we had like a little mini speaker, and we had the reggae corner.
Yeah.
and we were just
playing games and chilling
just
out,
chilling
yeah.
and just having a little dance, and it was like, what? It was
Yeah.
like, we play this for fun.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you know-
Well, it was like when we, not this year, but the year before, like at nationals and Europe and everything else in UK, we'd do one day and then we'd just chill out, right? Oh yeah, we've got them to show. Oh, we got some
I
team.
don't think that's the scene.
No, not yet. This is what every member was going to get from the Oda.
How many is there?
There'll be a couple.
50.
Yeah, there'll be a few left over.
But I promised some to the commentary team, so there's a very, very
So
limited.
there may be, very maybe,
Yeah,
one
there'll
or
be-
two of these coming available, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
the commentary team is a few that aren't in the tournament. This is our vet patch for everyone.
Oh, so all the vets.
So good.
Yep. You're all
Did
getting
you get
one.
the team patches done as well?
These were done.
No, these were done. The team patches will come later.
These are like the test stuff. Worked out really well.
Yeah.
These are for our veterans tournament. It says everything. I don't like when anything's done behind my back. It's not how the old Rasta operates. Everything on the table. Thank you very much. Who we got? MD Junkies commentary was great. Do you know what? I love Mark with like a deep, deep passion.
Yeah.
He's such a passionate, lovely, friendly guy, and he's often not given a fair bite of the cake when it comes to access to the games at Worlds. And I
Yeah,
would
it's
like,
a shame because their stream was brilliant.
their
Like,
stream's
really
amazing.
Good.
It's a
Like,
lot
yeah.
of fun. Who we got? You know, like, is there any way? You see all those people that have got their name in red? Is there any way of changing all of their names not to red?
Orange it is, not red.
Why? Do you have difficulty saying that?
I'm completely blind to whose names they are.
So that's Bradley.
Jamie
The patch is
Bradley,
so
Matt
good.
Witham.
X-Wing Tavern Wars.
Oh, Matt, thank you so much for my One Love templates. Matt did me a whole big bag of One Love templates.
Oh, so what, some range oneers, like?
I'm going to talk to you about Canadians in a minute. I'm still drinking the whiskey.
Is it that
I
good?
love
Yeah.
the Canadians. They're so funny. The Canadians are so funny.
Everything that I see in all the streams and every bit, like your little live videos and everything, it just looked like the best time. Like this year's World.
£50.
Whoa, Dalton.
Dalton.
I love you.
But this
so much.
this year's World looks like it was, especially for the X-Wing players, more so than the Destiny ones. Just looked like you were having so much fun. Everybody was having a ball. All the pictures, all the posts that have gone up, it just looked like it was mental. I was like, yeah.
Stupidly good,
Yeah.
right? The vibe there, it was the best. I've been to two. I
Yeah.
can't talk about all the others, but if they were anything like the last one, and the last one was flipping amazing.
Yeah.
My son won. I had an emotional breakdown in front of the world. It was the greatest day of my life. Honestly, apart from delivering my little girl, it was honestly that, and I think it is a completely different. Like for a father to be there and see something like that happen was just surreal, right? So nothing will beat that. But the actual vibe, the actual event, the actual room, all of it was better.
Because, right, you've been to some of the big, in fact, most of
I've
the
been
biggest
to
ever X-Wing events in the world.
all the biggest
Exactly,
events
right?
in the world, yeah.
So, as it goes for testing vibes for rooms and stuff,
Yeah.
you've been in all the best ones, right?
And look, those of you that met me, I brought the party, right? I
As
brought
always.
it hard, and like you saw me, there was some of you watching like my round 4 game in Swiss or round 5, like really important, and I'd had a couple of stinkers before, and I was having a party. There was a crowd, and they were like, "You're having so much fun." It was like, dude,
That's what
it's
it's about.
just a game of X-Wing. I'm either going to win it or I'm going to lose it, and I'm not going to go through, and it doesn't really matter, does it?
I'm in America.
And you can still be there. There were, like, don't get me wrong, right? You need to remember this tournament, the actual ones that was, 7 or 8 6 Dominoes was amazing. Who's that? I don't know who Wall is. I'd love to know who some of you
7086.
are, Bremy. It was full of people that had earned their right to get there. And no BS, some of those people are gamey people, right? So there was some and little judge and all of that, right? I once called a judge over and asked him a very rude thing about how many points I get if I told him that. And he says, call me back and tell me and then we'll see. Right? So generally, everyone was having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And there were some people that were very passionate and there were some heartbroken people. But Rasta was there. I had streams of them. I had a French guy come up and he was like, only my top 16, I'm very sad. And I was like, don't be sad. You are the greatest for me. And I give him a hug and he was like, I love you, Rasta. I love you too, off you go. And he was like, I feel better now.
Cheered him
I'm
up.
on the 16th best player in the world. I was like, yeah, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like Simran went, and Simran was really good and he knew he made a mistake and Phil was gutted when Phil went out.
Phil had a tough time. He was poorly
And like,
as well, wasn't
I watched Lewis get knocked out. Like, oh, you can't believe the dice in that game. This is the only reason he lost, and it was like the most heartbreaking. Guess who I played round 4 after going 3-0 in the Swiss? Lewis.
Oh yeah.
That's what killed my world.
Yeah.
I gave up. He won in 2 rounds.
Yeah.
I literally started and went, I've lost.
Yeah.
And he went, no, you haven't. When you know I have. And he went, yeah, you have. I was like, and the first move of the game, right? Because my heart was just completely sunk.
Yeah.
That you know the relationship.
Oh,
I
I
have
know.
with
Yeah.
Lewis, right? Neither of us want that game, and I completely, when I play and I get in a position like that with him, I can't play him.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to beat him much more than I want to win.
Yeah.
So for me, it was over, and it was such a kick. It took me 2 games to recover,
bounce it
and then
out,
it was too late, sort of thing.
But still, like, but Lewis went on to do so well,
Mate.
So well.
Right, I'm breaking this up because I know there are a few of you that have come to look at models. Let's just give them top down as well, John, so I can pretend to be doing something. Right? I want to show Shazbot my orc because Shazbot's there, right? So look, right, today I've got this beauty. Right, you know this is all finished, right? And this might not be the focus point because we focused it on something else. But you know this is all finished.
And he's moved the table.
And it's been, and I've moved the table. But it's all fine. It's all fine, right? So this beautiful needs a base now, right? Needs a base. So I started working on. Let's stand him up nicely. This is the base, right? Let's try and turn it so you can see. So we've got this turned base, which looks like a 40k base, right?
Right.
And this is the start of. My little mini diorama that's on the base, yeah? But let me show you what it looks like when it's
Should have
finished.
done is, right, should have got your turn 40k base,
So this...
PVA'd it, flocked it, done.
Let's see if I can
Brown rim.
Yeah.
Right, so
Go
this,
old school, baby.
if you can see on
Did
his,
like 100 of them.
on his base, there's
Flog
like black and white marble. And that's kind of what I'm going to be doing on the base of... This was...
Sick.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
His freebooters are out of this world.
Right, let's try and get you some more. I'm sorry about the... It's not Legion. If you send me Legion, dude,
He'll paint it.
we'll be painting Legion, please, because that's the next thing I want to do. I don't want to do another X-Wing ship for a bit.
He wants to paint some Legion.
I want to paint some figures for you
Oh,
guys.
you could do a Grievous. He's a lovely
Oh, dude, I'm going to do the
It's a lovely
whole
model.
box. Right, so yeah, when it comes, but this is kind of like the base that I'm going for, right? And I wanted to show Shazbot. Shazbot, this is like a baby orc. You should see some of my orcs, mate.
His
that are not
cabinet is
painted.
ridiculous.
I will. Next year, I will be streaming from home a lot for American time stream as well, and I will start doing more 40k stuff. It's not going to be like I'm not army painting. It will be one-off pieces. I have got some converted orcs that'll blow your head, mate. That are all sculpted from
And
scratch.
yeah, you've got some sculpt that you've still not painted that you could do on stream. You've got some
No,
unfinished orc. That's what I'm saying.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm. It's him keep going painting up, painting up, painting up,
Yeah,
painting up,
yeah,
painting
no,
up.
I think he's right.
And then I
I
met
think he's right.
Shazbot. Shazbot only says "orc" on the stream. So let me
Please
explain.
paint a mod Grievous for Legion.
Yeah, the
Actually,
Grievous model.
modern it would be awesome.
The Grievous
Let's
model
just show
is
you.
fantastic.
So that's what's going to happen. Is this guy
Oh, look at it.
pushes onto the base? I hold him up a little bit because I've got him tilted down. It's hard to get him all in, right? In fact, let's just show you like that. There you go. That's better.
Do you want me to go full screen?
Yeah, go full screen just for a second.
Isn't he lovely?
He's lovely.
He is lovely.
He's proper sexy.
Oh, look, his eyes.
Right.
Crazy.
Oh, look, he's gone all weird.
His green
Green
eyes.
screen.
I do want to do a nibble, but I don't know what's going on. But yeah, but it's going through his head as well. Isn't that
Yeah,
weird?
a little
With the
bit,
bounce?
yeah.
But look, you get the idea, right? You've got this beautiful raised base. Bases are everything. They're everything. They frame your piece. Whoever gets this needs to put this into a competition. That's going to be the one stipulation, because honestly, this is a piece that is way beyond most competition entries. So could win something really, really big if it was put into the right competition. So as we carry on, me mainly ranting, we're going to do lots and lots of talking, right? Thank you very much, Rattler, and thank you for everyone that's donated so far. I am going to carry on. What I've done quickly is this was all smashed up like some of their building kits. I don't know what they're called. They're the administratums or whatever,
Administratum,
right? So I chopped up lots of plastic. They're in lots of layers. There's some plasticard like tubing. There's some barbed wire that Games Workshop do. There's some bits of brass tube sticking out. This was another bit with a bit of pipe I made to look like with a bit of height. Gave a bit of height. This is all it is. And then green stuffed up. Then various layers and thicknesses and types of rubble. I also snip up plastic to give you that lumpy rubble.
Bits of sprue and
bits of the actual as I'm chopping the stairs up. Takes an incredibly long time to get this just right. Get him sitting where you want him, working it all in and out. But when you get that height, you get these lovely layers. When this is painted, it's really stunning.
Brings it all to life.
I will one day. Thank you, my darling Mark. I will one day do a full show all about basing, where it comes to me building them, sanding them, and showing you a few different techniques. This was honestly about 4 hours work, 5 hours work, just building this base and getting it to that point. Because of the thinking, the green stuff, it really does take a long time getting it composed just right. You know, someone in America, it was a guy that writes yet another squad builder, Rayfos, I'm sure you all know who that is on the internet. He was saying that a lot of people understand the concept of like kit bashing and hacking, but they need to be shown the right way to do it.
Yeah,
right?
So totally that. So I'm of that fundamental as well. Like I'm exactly like that. So I understand the basics of pretty much everything you're saying. When you're talking about it, I get it, what it is. But without being shown it physically, I will not attempt it.
Yeah.
Without seeing it being done, I wouldn't do it. Like I understand how to use the wire cutter and how to create terrain and and I understand this theory behind it. But without seeing it being done, I'm not willing to have it because you're just worried about making it wrong, and then you know.
Yeah, you got to get.
Some people are just a bit like that.
It's all this stuff, right? This is all
like the way you've chipped at it.
This is what's you'll learn, and you'll learn to compose stuff and getting like the wires that are coming out of the end of where the light has broken. You need to think about stories, collapsed buildings, sewer pipes. So you're trying to paint this glorious picture, but also compose things. Even bullet holes, sunken, all sorts. Go through your bits box, raid your bits box. You'll be amazed. And what I love is, look, we've got 40k scale stuff with this big scale, and it looks perfect.
Yes.
So whether this scale's weird, that scale's weird, whatever it is, it's lovely that I've actually got some of actual 40k on here.
Yeah.
As well as, like, there's nothing on that Space Marine that I haven't made from scratch.
Yeah.
But on this is something they can all get out of a box.
They can look at that and go, I got that bit.
Yeah, I got that bit, or I could cut that, or I've got some of those, and I could do that. So I'm going to start by, all I done was I sprayed it all black, and then I hit it with like 2 greys out of my airbrush, just quickly. I am going to end up washing stuff, I am going to end up dry brushing, and then I'll end up starting pulling detail up. I'm not going to massively talk about it unless you guys want questions. Or if I feel there's anything I need to tell you about. I love you, Matt, so much. Please pipe up if there's anything you want to know.
So,
look,
it's ripped a glove. So, one thing else that we should talk about
it's only
as
this
well.
hand. I need a glove. It's only the right hand.
Is it? Yeah. One thing else we should talk about. This weekend.
Oh, another time.
Thank you so much, Alan.
This weekend, here at Warlords.
Okay,
we
got
a tournament.
Properly big tournament.
We got a tournament.
Forget that piddly little game of like nobodies in America.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, Ollie who, Simeon who, Paul who.
So everyone at Worlds had to earn their spot, right?
Yeah.
That's how you get in.
Yeah.
Well, everyone that's coming to our tournament next week had to earn their spot.
Had to win a Worlds.
Yeah, felt like
basically.
Yeah, well, the world champion was here for most of them, so yeah, they pretty much did.
Oh, New Cam came for the second table.
Oh,
interesting.
Yeah. So yes, big one this weekend.
Thank you, Blue Galaxy. I'd love to know who you are, Blue Galaxy. It's a new name to the stream.
We've got 2 days of streaming.
Do you know what? I will tell you. So here's a quick little story. I watched Simeon and the Heaver having this world champion conflab, and it was awesome. It was like, you were the master, now I am the master, and you are the paddle, right? And Simeon's clearly looking like that, right? Because Paul's not tall, but Simeon's almost invisible. He's like one of the borrowers, isn't he? Right? And he is getting shorter because he smokes way too much, right? But listen, it was really nice, and they both interacted. And what was funny, I overheard them both saying, "Not bothered about X-Wing no more now." It was like, this is the only tournament that matters because like we've got lifelong invites. So like, they were both like, yeah. Totally. It was really good to see him getting on. Really good.
Is that it? Off Worlds? You win Worlds, you get lifelong.
All frick. Mwah, love you so much.
So if you win Worlds,
right, so
you're invited back forever.
If you win Worlds,
you
have a lifelong invite back to Worlds. So the
That's
people
pretty
with
cool.
lifelong invites are Justin Pure, Nand Torfs, Paul Heaver, Simeon Delapina, Ollie Pocknell, and the first guy. Please, someone remind me who it was. It was an Australian guy. I'm pretty sure it was, and he's awesome. But I forgot his name because I forget everyone's name.
And that's it.
Come on.
One of them
I want to see who does
One
it.
of
I
them
want
will
to see who does it. I'll give you 50 Spondoolies first one.
Look, someone's Googling now.
Google it. Google.
Wow.
Scarlett could Google quicker than that. You're
So
useless.
that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's
the
the
fly
fly
casual.
chap.
Yeah.
That's not good enough. That's not. It's the thingamabob guy. You can't do that.
It's the guy,
Right,
you know, the dude.
Look at them. Look how bad they are. Everyone forgets the first guy. Huh? How terrible is that? Yeah. Anyway, him. So there's like 6 of them. They have a lifelong invite.
Thank you,
Archie,
Dude.
I love you guys. Right, we're just going to keep it closed for another 10, 15 minutes, and then we'll open the raffle up.
Nice.
We won't stop your generosity because it has been a long time. And John's just had a new kitchen.
Yeah.
And I ain't got nothing in my kitchen. So it all helps. Doug Kinney, that's
There
his
we
name.
go.
Lee Graham off Dalton, give him 50.
No, not before.
No. It
Oh!
was Duke.
Doc.
Who's Doc?
New people.
Doc.
New people, Rasta.
I love you guys. Nope, I was beat to it. You was beat to it. All right, fair. So, Doc, we will give you 50 Spondoolies.
Well done, mate.
Oh, yeah, Spondoolies are accrued by, those of you that are new, by just watching the stream, cheering, donating, and subscribing. And those of you, before we open the raffle, I must impress upon you, if you have not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Yes. Because what we do is if you are a sub and you buy one of you use your Spondoolies to get a ticket for our giveaways, you get an extra ticket for free every time. And also
today that's worth a lot. This is 1,000 Spondoolies.
And also that's worth a lot.
Yeah.
Next month, because we missed all last month, we will sort out some points for the Patreon subscribers.
Oh,
as
yes,
well,
good plan.
We will sort out some points for you Patreon subscribers. So there's reasons for you to do everything. So please like and all of that stuff. There you go, some paperwork. You know I've got to do it. Don't hate me for it. It's just life. We all need to make a living. Right, so chuck some questions. You ask me some stuff. I'm going to bust out some paint.
First, I'm going to ask you. You had a question for me. Marty picked it up earlier, Mr. Rex.
Go on. I missed it.
You had a question for me.
Oh, yes. Let's see, right? Because someone asked me this, and I didn't know. Let's see if he knows this. This is some who. So, Yoda was Star Wars time, everyone.
Right.
Yoda was renowned as the single best lightsaber combat Jedi ever. He was never beaten in a lightsaber fight.
Oh, okay.
Except by one person once, right?
Okay.
Who was it?
So Yoda's lost in a lightsaber battle.
Yep. A lightsaber fight.
I've only ever known him to. He trained Dooku. Was it Dooku?
Nope.
No. So, I wouldn't know then. Was it Mace?
So right, I'll give you a bit of a clue. So it wasn't an enemy fight. It was a friendly fight. No, but Dooku was friendly at the time.
That's what I mean.
Right. So this was a training fight.
Okay.
Right. Because he was heavily active as a combat proficient Jedi.
Okay.
Right when he was training Dooku and the time of Mace Windu, so he was proper bad boy, right?
Yeah, right. Okay.
It's noted. No one could.
Well, no,
best
because he
him.
never
No
took
one could
anyone
best
on. He
him.
never took he never
but
took
he did train.
Padawans,
He was-
and then
he
it was
was-
out of the ordinary that he took Dooku.
After Dooku, he stopped getting involved.
Yeah,
But
well,
before
he did,
Dooku, he
before
was
that, he's supposed to be.
Matt Skywalker Coles.
Is that right?
Bang, Plo Kloon. Couldn't fly a
So-
bloody Jedi starfighter with 2 torrents behind him, mind. But if he was on the ground, those clones would have stood no chance. Plo Kloon was an expert in the physical form of lightsaber combat, like Mace
Okay.
Windu.
So,
Also, he mastered Yoda's,
Technique.
and he had this physical strength, and he was the only person. Mace never bested him. No one bested him.
because Plo's Ahsoka's favourite as well, wasn't it? Yeah, they're good friends. But where does this tidbit of information come from when they had this battle when he lost?
Alex, it was doing a whole. There was a whole thing that we were like listening
okay.
to, and it was all history.
And it was all
canon.
in there.
Like we watched this whole thing about Jango Fett.
Yeah.
Do you know about Jango Fett?
Well, only
Yeah.
from what I've read,
Right.
you know.
No, but what do you know? Do
Well,
you know
just,
like why he's got the reputation he's got?
Yeah, because he's killed so many Jedi. Hasn't
He got it. There was it was something to do with the Mandalorian Wars, right? And there was basically this point where Jango Fett killed 6 Jedi
Yeah.
with nothing but, these are the quotes, his hands, his feet, and his armoured body. Right? These are lightsaber armed Jedi that have been sent to fight the Mandalorians, and Mace Windu and Count Dooku witnessed this
Right.
and hold this guy in some ridiculous fear. So actually, this is what we were. Yeah, and like if you then read the story about how he got Slave One and all the other bit, he is a proper ridiculous lunatic.
Yeah.
Boba Fett was nothing compared to Django.
Well, yeah.
Like just nothing.
Yeah.
So then really, Dooku
The
saw
NRA.
Django. Dooku told Sidious that if we want to create an army to kill Jedi, no one would be better to use than a man that killed
so
6
this is-
Jedi with his bare hands, because I'm scared of him.
Yeah.
So they created clones
Of-
specifically from a DNA sequence that was designed to kill Jedi.
There you go.
How messed up is that? What we missed, the Django is such a badass, and in Mandalorian he's just a dude. Yeah, so good. So good.
John pointed this out to me this week as well.
Go on.
So Mandalorian trailer,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
Exciting.
there's some-
You've been watching the Mandalorian trailer.
I saw the one with
Yeah,
where
the
he's
new
got
one.
IG and all of that.
Yeah, well, there's
yeah?
the brand new one that came out this week.
Oh no, I haven't seen that.
It's
Epic.
unbelievable.
It is epic.
Yeah, it's absolute gobsmacking. But you'll notice that a lot of people on the internet have also been pulling a lot of stills.
Yeah.
So these stills are showing you super battle droids, droid attack ships,
It's droid attack ships.
droid attack ships, super battle droids.
They're only like very
brief snippets,
quick
like one
snippets,
screen
yeah,
slips that have chucked into the trailer.
Yeah.
Now the film is set after Return of the Jedi,
Yeah,
right?
no droids.
So this is no droid time.
Why is there no droids?
Well, there is
Don't you
droids,
remember like
yeah,
Aftermath
totally.
and all of that?
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
having this conversation with
this
someone
was
the
what
other
I
day
was
about
saying.
droids.
Yeah.
Droids are timeless,
Yeah,
surely.
and they are. They're still being used.
but not in the numbers they were showing.
Yeah. So what we're
Well, why
actually
not?
saying is,
Think about maybe a splinter
Well,
faction
no,
of the Trade
but
Federation.
another
It's
thing.
more interesting
This
than
is
that.
the really interesting bit is they have taken flashbacks of the Clone Wars. So they are using scenes and stories from the Clone Wars, maybe from the cartoons and such, and they have done them in live action
Live action versions
of those Clone Wars
of those
scenes.
Clone Wars scenes.
Therefore, introducing
Rebel scenes.
and Rebels cartoon scenes, and therefore introducing actors and actresses into roles that may turn up in shows and films.
Because the big person on Rebels and Clone Wars is Dave Filoni, and he is on the Mandalorian.
He's
as well.
working on the Mandalorian.
And that's why it's going to be.
That's why it's going to be
amazing.
amazing. Yeah. So very exciting. I like that when you sent me that. I was like, oh yeah.
That's pretty cool. Isn't
Oh,
it?
Yeah,
do you know
very
what?
cool.
I've just realised we haven't even spoken about since it came out
The trailer.
the new trailer.
The trailer.
Right. So I've watched it 5 times. I cried 5 times at exactly the same point. Who knew C-3PO could act?
Right.
Right?
Right. So Kevin Smith, you know Kevin Smith, Silent Bob, out Jay and Silent Bob.
Never seen it, but go on.
Right, so Jay and Silent Bob, Kevin Smith's a very famous geek. He writes, directs films, does lots of blogs. He's a huge Star Wars fan. And I trust him when it comes to talking about Star Wars because he knows his stuff. And he visited the set when they were filming, and he wasn't allowed to say anything about what he saw, and he never is. But JJ had invited him along, and he said that he saw a veteran member of the cast perform their greatest scene that they have ever filmed in any film.
Really?
Yeah, and then since the new trailer's come out, as he was watching it, he said, I saw him do that scene when the 3PO bit came up. And that was it. And he reckons
what veteran members of the cast are left?
Only Anthony Daniels. And at the time, when he'd mentioned it, I was talking Billy D. Williams.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, Lando's going to drop the bombs. But instead, he's on about Anthony Daniels. And this part, he says, he's seen him record that scene. And he says it is absolutely heartbreaking and amazing. So that's exciting.
Oh.
I know, yeah. See, problem is with me is I met Anthony Daniels. I'm a little bit like, put me off 3PO.
Well, he didn't like the guy.
He was all right.
Be careful.
I know. He shouted at some kids in the line. I didn't like that.
What did he do? Tell us.
Well,
Come on,
to be fair, they were being annoying, but you don't shout at some young kids that were just running around playing. Fair enough, he'd probably been sat there for 10 hours signing autographs and he was a bit annoyed, but I just thought...
kids were excited when they were at a Star Wars convention?
No, they were...
Wow,
I think
that's a shocker.
I think it's the fact that they weren't paying him any attention whatsoever and they were just running around in circles.
They probably didn't know who he was.
Yeah, well, exactly that.
Why would they?
Yeah, but nice enough guy when I spoke to him, but I just thought that was a bit rude.
All right, well, I ain't met him and I cried.
Yeah, I think it looks incredible. And the more scenes I keep seeing...
You don't really see him as an actor, do you? You see 3PO.
Yeah, he's the droid,
3PO,
yeah. I imagine, though, that is probably the hardest, isn't it? Because you are having to portray anything in that suit of... Like, you haven't got any emotion to use. So, yeah, as being a proper old-school English thespian with all the hang-ups and attitudes that come with that. Yes, exactly that, Kay. Yeah, and he came across exactly like that.
But yeah, like
looks good.
JJ's going to save it, everyone.
Oh, 100%.
For all you old sods out there, he's going to save it.
Yep.
It's going to be ridiculous.
I'm reading Aftermath again, so I'm on book 2. I finished book 1 last week. I'm on book 2 again, and just I feel like he's used. So someone said that JJ when I met Aidan Christian, best moment of my life, almost cried. He was so lovely. Yeah, Matt Coles.
My dad went to a party in the 80s with Chewbacca.
Really?
Yeah, it was at a party with Chewie.
Yeah, I smoked fag with him outside Celebration Europe.
Did you?
Everyone was spending like 3 hours queuing to get his autograph. I went outside and he come up and went, got a light. I was like, yeah, mate, here. And just sat down and had a fag with him.
Yeah, mate, yeah.
Yeah. He just hobbled along with his walking stick and sat down and had a fag with me. I was like, cool. So you're Chewbacca then.
What, like you didn't know?
I was just like...
Oh, yeah, I thought it was a Star Trek convention.
Yeah. So you're Picard.
I ain't met Jeremy Bulloch. I got his signature though.
Yeah, I have as well. Yeah, he was really nice, Jeremy Bulloch. He's always willing to talk to fans. He was dead sound. Tell you, wasn't dead sound.
I haven't heard that.
What that?
Dead sound.
Dead
for
sound.
Weeks. I'm so glad to be back with all the pig farmers and the miners.
But who was not happy to see everyone, and I'm guessing it was because he was jet lagged. Billy D. Williams. He was not impressed. Yeah, he was sat there and he did not want to be there. It was one of the first signings he'd done as well, and I think he travelled over to Europe and jet lagged, and he'd been sat there. I think it was day 2 by the time I'd seen him. Yeah, he wasn't very happy at all. I just felt like saying he'd had enough. He just wanted to go home.
Did you not ask him if he and Lionel Richie were the same person?
I was going to say, weren't you Apollo Creed? And he was
You really wind him up.
Yeah. Oh, I love you as Apollo.
I always thought he was Lionel.
So, you were in Predator. That's not me.
Yeah, it is.
Was that at Milton Keynes? No, when I met him, it was in London. My old man used to work for Dave Prowse. I met him a couple of times as well. Absolute giant, but the nicest guy. Yes. Tell you who else is absolute the best ever Star Wars character to me, or actor to me, Warwick.
Oh yeah, I bet.
That man is a king.
Yeah.
He's an absolute gentleman.
He's been in nearly every one,
Oh
hasn't he?
mate, he's just
He's
well,
only-
since
I think
Return of the Jedi.
Only
Yeah.
one or two he hasn't been in.
Yeah, since Return of the Jedi, I think he's been in everything.
It's only 3PO that's been in them all.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah. Well, yeah. Was 3PO in Solo? Did we see him? We didn't see him in
No,
Solo,
didn't see
did
him.
we?
I'm
At
not,
all?
I think we're talking about.
Yeah, I know, but what I mean is Warwick was in Solo and Rogue One and
Yeah, he's
everything.
been in all
Like,
of
yeah,
them.
absolutely.
3PO was in Rogue One.
Yes, yes.
He was in Rogue One.
I actually
Yeah, he
met
was.
Warwick
Yeah,
Davis.
I'm sure he was.
course he
yeah, he
was.
was lovely. Yeah.
And
He was
Clinton
down on the
Eastwood.
base.
Yes, of course he was.
So all I'm doing, right, is just going over it all with like a white dry brush, and I'm going to knock this back, but I'm just pulling out. It's like it's not exposing right. It looks really heavy. It's not heavy like that in real life. But I'm just lifting out, and I'm going to do some washes over that and knock them back before I start putting any colours and then starting affecting those. So that's all I'm doing at the moment. We can carry on. So yeah, come on, chuck me.
Chocolate. You fancy a piece of chocolate?
Yeah, I'll have a piece of chocolate with you. John, what you got? Let's eat
Shall I go
while
have a
we're
look?
here.
Go and
eh?
have a look what you got, John. Go and have. Don't
Oh,
bring
yeah.
nothing that's going to get stuck in my teeth. Something I can suck, John. Something I will melt in my mouth. 3PO wasn't in Solo, but look at.
But Anthony Daniels what? Oh, Mr. Coles, I love you. I could sit and talk to you forever. My kids watched the opening 5 minutes of the Ewok movie a few weeks back. Which one? There's 2 Ewok movies. There's Caravan of Courage and Battle for Endor.
And there strikes the nerd wand of fury, everyone.
They're both
There
great.
strikes
They're
the
amazing
nerd wand of
movies.
fury. I
Good luck to
love
us.
it.
Yeah,
What we
chocolate.
got? What we got? What is this?
Oreo chocolate.
chocolate.
It's good stuff. Yeah.
I shall
God.
eat that in a moment. I can't.
Uh,
who needs a cookie sunk
look,
into a chocolate?
Kevs wants to Bagsy a game with me tomorrow. I'm down with that, Kev.
I unfortunately can't make tomorrow because I got little one and dragging her up in there 2 nights in a row is not really fair to her. But guys, tune in tomorrow. Got some games. Josh is back in the commentary booth doing an amazing job.
Yep. Kev will be down. I'll be
Kevin,
down.
Dan, there'll be loads of people playing games, so please tune in. And then don't forget at the weekend we've got the Vets tournament. For those of you over in America, it'll be going on all weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be mental. So, yeah, as I'll get into with the Vets, right? So, day 1, all the players. How many make the cut for day 2? Because it's 2-dayer.
16, yeah? What?
16 top cut? Did we say that? I don't know. I haven't read the thing. Sounds about right.
So 16. 8,
Oh, it was 8, wasn't it?
2.
Nice.
Would you want 4 or 5 on the last day? You want 4, don't you? 4
4.
games. So 8.
Top 8.
8, 4, 2. No, top 16.
Yeah.
Top 16.
Yeah,
So
top
yeah,
4.
second day will be top 16, which is good. So there'll be a couple of people sneaking in there that might even win it, just like Sim did. Sim only snuck it in to Worlds when he won by the smallest of margins, and then went on to win. So
yeah.
you know, Swiss doesn't dictate everything. It's going to be.
So we've had a couple of people that couldn't make it. And they've been filled. Their places have been filled, haven't they?
Nobody show that?
So it's looking good.
Have we had any news from the Vienna Cowboy?
No, he's the one that nobody's heard anything from. Because I mentioned this. I popped down and seen James on Saturday, and he said they've not heard anything
No,
from
I've
him.
not heard anything.
19 games streamed live this weekend. Wow,
Whoa!
that's intense.
Where was that?
That's what it's going to be this weekend.
Oh my word!
Yeah,
Right.
really looking forward.
I'm
to it.
just.
How did you figure that out?
Because you're going to have dual camera.
Yeah, but
two-
you can't stream 2 at once, can you?
That's what it says.
So I'm just picking this
Oh,
barbed wire out in red because
He
I'm going to
seems
dry
to
brush
believe
it
with
with
that.
silver, and I want it to look all rusty. So instead of painting it silver and trying to make it red, I'll paint it red and dry brush it silver, and then I'll wash it. Because you've got to imagine this is all old and gnarly. So yeah. Also, guys, chuck some questions about Worlds. Talk to me, and I'll talk to you. You know, and I do have lots
Who
of.
was
Go on.
your best game?
Best game, Sam Chimino. You know who you are, bro. You're my brethren from California. It was so much fun. It's fellow Italian.
Yeah.
Um,
Italian American.
Italian American.
It's Rocky Balboa.
It was wicked, man. It's such a great game. All of my games were great. I can't say I had like a bad opponent in any of my games. I lost a couple that.
Blue Galaxies from Texas.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Wicked.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't-
hook
I'm
'em
not as good
horns.
at that.
That's good from Texas.
Is
Yeah,
that what you
horns.
do?
Hook
All
'em
right,
horns.
hook 'em horns.
Yeah.
That was like my funnest game of the weekend, so to speak.
And your best. Most
Yeah.
enjoyable.
Oh yeah, most enjoyable, and
Yeah.
I did win it. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, good.
I played on the Junkie stream against
Yeah.
a Spanish guy, and like lost by. It looked like I was winning. I should have won. Just points, stupid, like 2 points or 4 points in it or something.
Really?
Yeah, and it was like I was all over him, and just one of them things. And then the last game that got me out of the cut, I played against the Jedi guy, and it was one of the guys from the 186. So one of the guys from the 186 was sat watching me, really nice young guy, one of the newer members, and he was like, he hasn't rolled a single blank. I was like, I know, and he never. It was just like 3 hits, 4 hits, 2 evades, 3 evades. He never ever dropped a dice.
Do you know what's the worst?
Was it. He
right?
dropped. He made 5 blanks in a whole game.
Yeah.
No tokens needed, and Hans' list, my list gets punished by variance,
Yeah.
and I just couldn't do anything.
for me,
I was all over him.
Well,
and
yeah, but you
Just couldn't
can't.
do
You'd
anything.
been diced out of the game.
Just got
Do you
diced
know what
out.
the worst is? It's like when you are throwing dice, when they're throwing dice and their dice are on fire, right? When they're rolling hits, that's one thing, yeah, and it is hard when you're just thinking, oh, he's just rolling all these hits, but then that's down to you to position your way out of it and be a better player, and you know you can
it's
still
not-
make.
it's
Yeah,
not
but
always
you can
that
still
simple.
make. You can
Like,
still
I
make
saw-
the variance. What you
I saw-
can't deal with
Go on.
is when he rolls nothing but evades.
Yeah,
because you can be in a better place, you can get 1,000 shots off, but if it don't go
Yeah.
through to do any damage, you can't win.
It's what I saw with Lewis when Lewis played Caleb Wong. Lewis played Caleb Wong,
Right.
the game that he lost, and even Caleb was like, I don't know what's going on. My dice they were just ridiculous.
Yeah.
It was like the first Lewis had the perfect engage where he put 9 dice into one ship, hit with 9, and he just went triple evade, right?
Yeah.
And then like lost Duchess from a range 3 single hit through a rock with force with a focus on 4. It was like, and then I
It's like
watched,
losing
I watched,
A-wing at
I
range
watched,
3.
I watched Sontir triple blank and Vader triple blank in the same turn and die from nothing.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It's exactly that. When someone's dice are on fire and
you
yours
just
just give you a bit of variance,
And
there's
you
nothing
just
you
feel
can do.
like the world's gone against you, don't you, at
Yep.
that point? And you just think, well, if it don't want me to win, I ain't going to win, am I?
No, do you know? Look, it was all good.
Good.
It was like that. Really wasn't what Worlds was all about. It was making really good, strong relationships with.
Getting on with everyone and
With like Kevin Lyons and Uncle Mark and
Yes,
the
I've seen
Junkie
these guys,
stream
yeah.
and Tyler Tippett, like so, and people like that. So like traditionally, for those of you that are watching this stream that are English based, right? So there's always been that banter between us, right? Between the Americans and Thingy Bob, and sometimes it can get a little bit like this is all a bit much for me personally. Certainly this last year, I was like, I can't be dealing with all that. But then I went back and really actually built up some incredibly close relationships with these people, and they're all the same as us, and it was wicked, and it was definitely felt much more like we had a worldwide X-Wing community, and that's what was different for me this time. I certainly feel like it was, we all got it, we're all just having a giggle, we're all just people, we're all the same, and we all love Star Wars and we all love X-Wing, and it was just wicked. And like Uncle Mark's like the grandfather of UK X-Wing. He's like our Captain Rex, right? So to be able to link up with their elder, the one they all look up to, and he's great, and he'll swear, and he'll have fun, and he's cheeky, but he also shows them how to behave and all of that.
keeps
And
an eye on them.
just like Gobby from the crates, Zach Matthews, he's the nicest guy ever. Right, he might have a big funny mouth on the internet, but that guy has got such a good art. Really, really nice.
Yeah,
guy. And
I
like
think they can come across online.
The internet's very deceptive.
it's how you read it. It's not how
It's
they
very-
say it.
it's
It's how
very-
you read
it's
it.
very-
It matters.
read
You
the
can
same
read
thing
it.
two different ways,
We've
can't you?
talked about this, haven't we? We've had to look at messages and go, well, how are you seeing that?
Yeah.
Because, like, to me, he's having a go.
Yeah.
And then you've said, no. If we read it like this,
Yeah.
it's absolutely fine. And then you look at it and think, oh yeah, of course it is.
Yeah.
But I'm in a bad mood, so I'm going to read it negatively.
Yeah.
You know, and
It's too easy to read comments on the internet.
yes, and that's what I think. So, and then someone's backs up and they fire back, and then
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
bouncing around.
But yeah, like I was saying in like the little video I did from home, I couldn't believe the amount of countries that were represented. Like personally, I met South Americans, Mexico, Japan, China, Korea. They were like from everywhere.
China, really?
Yeah, man, everywhere. People were
Cool.
from
Yeah.
the whole
Wow.
world.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like proper amazing.
Yeah.
To see that
I'm
mixing
in China. I just thinking.
You should have seen how many
wow.
Australians came.
Yeah.
It was like, rah, you come a long way.
Yeah.
That's a long ass way for that many of you come. The Canadians, listen, this is how the Canadians did it. The Canadians hired a big ass bus. Right? And we filled it up with, wait, whiskey, vodka, and 2 types of syrup. Because that's all a man needs. And whilst there, I was gifted with whiskey, vodka, 2 types of syrup, and a hat. Right?
They give you a hat.
They gave me a hat. Well, I insisted. I went,
I'm having that.
get me a hat.
Yeah, no, I want one of them.
I want that. Right? But yeah, thank you for all the scotch for the Canadians. It made the flight home much more easy. No, honestly, you gave me so much whiskey. I had to actually put it on my like flight luggage because there's
Really?
no way. Yeah, they gave me a lot. Every day I have these.
Yeah, take that one.
Yeah, have some more whiskies. They're all like these. Oh, here's some rye. And here's
Oh,
that.
like little tester ones.
Yeah, absolutely. So Canadians are so much fun. There were so many of them in force. I'm missing Worlds, and like I don't think I can go next year because of money.
Well, you say that, but
No, I
you
don't
know.
think I can go next year. I promised Scarlett we're going to Italy next year for,
Oh, okay.
for my sister's, for my niece's wedding, right?
Ah, okay.
And so if I got any money, that's where that's got to go.
Yeah,
but
of course.
now that like I know I probably ain't going, I'm really sad
You're
about
good
it.
about it. Whereas the build up to it last year was like
The
it
build
was
up to
almost
this
stressful.
one coming out was super stressful.
Yeah.
I didn't actually want to go. I
Yeah,
was
you
really
were
stressed
talked
about
about
it.
and you were like, I just
It's a
want to
lot
get
of
it
stuff
over with.
that's and I need to be doing this at home and I ain't really got time and blah blah blah.
Turns out you had the best holiday.
It turns out I wish I was doing it again. Like
Yeah.
you know, a week, 10 days is enough for me. Somewhere like that, because it ain't like I like nature and shit. So if I'm gonna go somewhere and spend a long time, I want a beach or a river or I want something like that, some mountains to go and explore.
Yeah.
But as far as playing games goes, a week's nice.
Yeah.
Get to see all your mates, you have some nice meals out, you get a bit tipsy in a bar one night. Do you know, American ladies are like, I like your accent. Yeah? Really? I'd be like, let me get the door for you, my darling.
Yeah.
You from England?
England, child. You know the Queen.
deeply
I
goes
do?
into the eyes. I'm her personal fitter. And of course, this is how I always speak.
Yeah.
Yes, my name's Rasta.
Yeah.
Rasta
Would you like
Maice.
tea? Oh, bless him. Throw it so
you
you
heard
win
it here.
Euros.
Friends throw Euros.
Where is
so
Euros
that's
this year?
Oh,
Have they
Steph
announced?
revived. Hello, my beautiful boy. Where is Euros?
Yeah,
Isn't
they're-
it Spain?
Is it? Have
I
they
don't
announced
know.
that?
I don't know. I heard grumblings. Was it Italy or are we getting it again? I think it should come back here again. Personally, I'm totally off camera there. Sorry, it's been ages since I've done this, and I don't think we're quite in the right angles that we used to. And I'm just too excited and talking to you guys about stuff. Next week I will be better, I promise. I will be better. It's been hard for me lately, everyone. I love shattering that nice.
So,
Ooh.
talking trailer,
Yeah.
these amazing trailers that we've seen, and we're talking about Mandalorian, and very excited. Bad news for us Brits, right? So all you Americans get it in what, 10 days?
10 days, yeah.
10 days you're going to be watching, and all us Brits will probably be watching in 10 days as well, but illegally. But because...
We're not getting it.
Yeah, the word is 8 days actually insane. I thought it was 10. I thought it was 14th. I might be wrong. Maybe it's 12.
12.
Yeah, I thought it was 12, didn't you?
No, I don't know.
14th.
But it's
I thought.
close, isn't it?
Yeah.
Close.
But so we're not getting Disney Plus. Is it called Disney Plus?
Yeah, Disney Plus. The rest of the world and the rest of Europe, everybody else is getting it except us.
Apart from the UK. And that is due to the fact that Sky has a deal with Disney still in contract, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's the case. Or there is something in contract with Disney. So there is effectively a Disney channel in the UK
which is blocking it at the minute. Which I believe will be Sky then, because they've got Disney XD, haven't they?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're not getting it, which is just seems insane. It's because of an existing deal with Disney and Sky, yeah. The only European to get it is Finland.
Is that right? I thought the rest of Europe was getting it.
Oh, maybe.
Okay, maybe not then.
Okay. Well, I've got you all here, all you amazing Star Wars fans. I need to ask you all, is anyone going to Galaxy's Edge?
Oh, if you would have told me Andreas was there like last week.
Oh, you joking?
Well, you just need to speak to me. No, I've got a lot of connections.
I know you have. Well, if anybody is going... I was there yesterday, Ash. No!
Yeah, he was there with his missus. Have you not seen the photos?
Paul Spurgeon is there now.
I've seen
No,
your
he's
photos,
not.
Steve, man. He's wicked.
Paul Spurgeon's there now. Shut up. Is he really?
Well, he's not on the stream, so it's possible.
Thank the God. No dad joke. What time is it?
I got a joke for you today. Nevy told me a joke.
Oh, it's 20. Yeah,
Oh, she's got a black kyber crystal.
Oh, nice. Well, if anyone is going...
Did Archling get a black kyber crystal?
Look.
Yeah.
Do you know how much that's
That's
worth?
the rare
A lot
one,
of
I
money,
know,
man.
yeah.
You lucky boy.
I want Ash. Me and a mate got tickets to WrestleMania. It's in Tampa. Guess where I'm going to be stopping over in April. Oh yeah! What I would like, if
You
anyone
are a
is there,
Richard head. You are. That's what you
yes. Well, I'd like if anyone is actually going or doesn't
are.
mind.
Oh, thank you, Blue Galaxy.
Would you please get me a pack of Sabat cards? They sell.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Not Sabat.
No.
There's a Galaxy's Edge set
John.
of Sabat cards.
Actual Sabat cards.
A real set of Sabat cards with
bad
Sabat
job.
dice.
God knows nothing.
Now I can buy
everyone.
them on eBay, but with inflated prices, shipping, and taxes, I'd be paying quite a lot of money to get them for a deck of cards. So if anyone does go and doesn't mind, I would like them. Yeah. Look, dude,
Yeah,
you can buy Sabat cards.
in Tesco's.
I've got that Sabat deck. That's
No,
not the one I
no,
want.
no.
I want the
Rich, you can buy
Galaxy.
him for Weekend Wars. too.
I want the Galaxy's Edge
Did you say
Sabat
that?
deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought them from Weekend Warlords. I want the other set. I've
Yeah.
got that.
No, it's
Ash, I
not.
brought that.
I
Arsenal.
might be able to get another set. Let me check with you, buddy. Arsenal, if you can get them,
They'll
I
be
would-
the same as the ones from Tesco's.
They're not.
They're not.
They're not.
They're not. Andreas literally sent me a photo of
They're
them
amazing.
2 days ago going, look at my Sabat set.
They haven't got Star Wars written on the back for starters.
Yeah, they like a
They
legit.
look like Sabat cards, like a real set.
Like,
they come
yeah.
with a proper set of rules. Do you remember how you picked faults with the original rule set?
Yeah, it's crap.
Yeah, well, this is
Sabac's a bad game.
Well,
dude.
no, that's called Han Solo the card game. It's not called Sabat. This one is Sabat.
Okay.
So there.
It's
Yes,
so bad.
it was a great game.
It was awful.
Yeah, it was great. It was
Han
great.
Solo never leaves home without him.
But yeah, I would. So if anyone goes, I'd really like you to get me some Sabat cards,
Is
please.
Sabat a good game to play?
Yes.
No.
Don't listen to him. It's amazing. It's a lot of fun. No, it's really bad. It's the betting aspect of it doesn't work. You can pretty much
The
tank.
version that they brought out recently
Yeah.
as a game was poor.
It wasn't Sabat.
It wasn't Sabat.
This is what we're getting at. It wasn't
I've
Sabat.
never played Sabat.
They turned it into a card game that you could play with kids, and it was okay. It's a lot of fun, and it is all right, but it's incredibly broken. It's dead. Like, it's
Yeah,
just very
yeah,
silly.
it's very silly.
Whereas actual Sabat looks great. So I
It
would
looks
like-
good, but I've never played it.
well. Hence why I'm trying to get a deck, John.
It might be amazing.
One of them we shall find out. It'd be great. So that's what I'd like. If anyone's going, thank you very much. Cheers. Because I can't afford to go. I'd like to, but I can't.
Cool. If anyone else is going, the actual steering wheel in the Millennium Falcon,
Just take it off.
Take it off.
Yeah.
Right, I will be paying in kind for something like that. So,
Wow.
do it.
So in preparation for the new film, and getting ready for the final of the Skywalker saga.
I'm having a bejazzle that looks like the rebel symbol.
The rebel symbol.
Yeah,
I like it.
okay.
I like it.
That's what
But
I'm doing.
Are you keeping up to date with... So, before each film comes out, they release comics and books, which are what they call the Road to.
Yeah.
The road to the Last Jedi, and then I believe it's the Road to. Someone's probably correct.
Dual carriageway to something like that.
And then obviously there's new ones for the new film. So we've just had 4 comic books, which are Allegiance, I believe it's called. I posted a picture up of the First Order bomber, which went a little bit viral and posted all over the internet from it.
Sorry. Do you mean the bomber that they clearly looked at all of my converted Imperial Defender backwards wing ships and went, we'll just copy Rasta ships?
Well,
like, seriously, Disney, if you're just blatantly going to steal my ideas like your printed dial covers, at least call me about it.
all they had to
They
do...
don't know.
Richard Heads.
Yeah.
They don't have to, they own.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm clearly better than what you're
The thing
designing.
is, probably some guy who works for Marvel Comics and in the Star Wars panel. He's probably a fan of X-Wing. He plays it, and he's just gone.
Defender wings.
Yeah. We'll bang that together.
Bang that together. That's what the Empire would do.
I'm really upset, Russell. They've probably got a designer there they paid 60 grand a year to. And he's just Googling things.
Yeah.
His
His guys made one of them.
Yeah, he's pretty good. Oh, yeah, favourite. I like his page, that'll do it.
I'll put that in Photoshop, sketch over it. What do you reckon to this? They're like, bloody hell, you've done a good job on that.
Wow, nice one, mate.
Richard Head. Wasn't that the dude who played Giles in Buffy? Anthony Stewart Head was the guy who played Giles in Buffy.
What an unfortunate name. Arsehead. That's what his name is. Anthony Stewart
I think
Head.
it's Anthony Stewart Head. It's definitely Anthony. Yeah, I think it is Anthony Stewart Head.
It's definitely Anthony. Yeah.
He's anyway. Yeah, it is. Look, that's Anthony Stewart Head. Look, you see, these people know, because he is the Gold Blend Man.
Yes.
He is the what?
That's what
The
we-
Gold Blend Man.
That's right. And what's even better, I got a good one for you. Look, Tony Head, aka the guy from the Gold Blend adverts. But do you know who his daughter is and what she's in?
No, go on.
Wait.
Go on. So, yeah.
Right? Do they know?
Anthony Head's daughter, what's she in?
I know.
He really wants to tell us.
Yeah.
Somebody get it before
They're
we tell us.
Googling it. It's
Ruin
not
Yeah,
fair.
yeah.
Right, tell us.
Right. Anthony Stewart's head is
In between
them.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
is. She
Oh,
is.
she's the blonde one.
She is the blonde that he's in love with that lives next door.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it. There you go.
Evening boys.
Who's that?
Mr. Stanter.
Well,
Look,
are
he's
you,
there.
are you
Are you at Galaxy's
Are you
Edge?
at Galaxy's Edge, Paul?
This isn't my stream. Got to keep it clean.
Oh, we can be a little bit naughty. No big swears. It happens once in an absolute blue moon. I've said poo-poo twice in a more unpleasant tone. I do like to keep it clean a little bit because I'm scared of Captain Rex.
Yes.
Completely honest.
That's right.
PG-15. But I'm allowed
She's going in 10
one
days.
colourful adjective.
It's going in 10 days.
Right, Mr. Ander, if you want to be allowed to continue watching Weekend Warlord streams and be welcome at future upcoming tournaments, you need to do this
Oh,
thing.
look.
Oh, they're all offering
Bram,
to
if
get your Sabat deck.
you can hook me up for Sabat deck. You name it, I'll do it. That's what I want.
Any extras
Send me
we
a
give away
Sabat
on the
deck.
stream.
I've got a
Okay,
Sabat that you can have, and I need all my trees trimming.
Yeah,
I do need you to come over.
and do some work.
No, I just need you to, when all my leaves have fallen off, because the
Rake 'em
last
up.
time I did it. No. When all my leaves are off and they're ready to be trimmed,
Right.
because the last time I did it, I don't think I did it right. And they weren't happy this year, particularly.
Yeah, take a year to bounce back. Really.
Right? No, but I didn't do it. I need you to go, that's where you should be cutting them, rude
Alright,
boy.
alright,
Even if you came for 10 minutes and showed me on one,
Yeah.
because I don't know what I'm doing.
I'll come
and
up
I keep smashing up these 15 fruit trees I got. And I
Yeah.
want them.
Oh, the proper fruit tree. Yeah. I'll come and have a look.
This is, and
That's
I need
alright.
to keep them like.
Yeah, you want them. So that's
Yeah.
right. Shaped.
I'm
and
good at
beautiful.
putting plants down. Actually.
Yeah.
No. I'm good at that. I'm a lumberjack.
Yeah.
That's what I don't. It's me and my dad. You want to trim a tree? Start the base.
That's right.
That's that, and he even do the hands. Just start at the base. Like, did any of you watch my cooking things? My dad's so funny, right? My dad was over this last week. He brought up some brake pads and brake discs for my car, so he could manage me while I fixed my car. Right.
Just sat there watching you go, no.
He is. If you see him, right, you saw him on the cooking, right? He's so funny. He looks like Super Mario now, and he's really shrunk. And Alex was telling me little stories. He was like, he says, "Did you see?" He says, "Your dad, he did like, he come in the kitchen and he did like this. He thought no one noticed, but he tried to do like a stealth inspection." So he says, and he's going round. He's going. He says, and then he gets to like the cooker, and he opens it and goes. Closes the cooker, right, and then walks off, right, and then he said, and then the other morning, so Alex lives in my garden. like stick at the top. It's true. He lives in this little wooden house I built. It's a shed.
Yeah, but
it's a cool shed.
Yeah,
it's still a shed. But anyway, he says, I was asleep and then I was woken up by the most Italianism I've ever heard. It was him going, "Oh, mamma mia!" in the garden, as he's clearly got on one of my, like, because I've got these cut trees that are stepping stones, and he slipped, right, and caught himself. He says, and I went, "Oh, mamma mia, like this," right? He says, and I come out, and he's like stood right outside my room with a packet of rich tea biscuits, right? He's not allowed to have biscuits at home. So he's clearly gone, they're all asleep.
Yeah.
I'll get up.
I'll go steal
take the rich
biscuits.
tea into the garden. Oh, mamma mia! I'm nearly dead. I swear to God. So he's giving me a heart attack. It's proper funny. Oh, and he's got really old now, which is quite hard. And I tried to take him mushroom picking. Like I do these little things in Cannock, and it should only take you an hour and a half to walk around. Well, after an hour and a half, we hadn't done the 200 metres from the car. Please, for the love of God, walk a little bit fast. Oh no, you're gonna find one. You're gonna look better. You take your time, all right? You look. I know what I'm doing, and I'm like, oh, Dad, I know there's one up here. And I haven't picked it up specifically. So can you just walk up here and find it, and then we can go home?
I planted it.
No, literally. I even went, "Oh, here, Dad," and he stood right next to talking to me. And the only decent mushroom we found's at my feet. And I'm like, "Oh, here, have the knife. Drop it." "Oh, look," he says. Sorry. He's a proper funny little Italian man. Anyway, off topic. That, and unless you guys are my personal friends and you've watched that cooking video, you don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, he actually does look like Super Mario. The older he's getting.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Becoming more Super Mario.
Alex said once he'd heard Mamma Mia, he's convinced.
Yeah,
that's it.
He is Mario.
Well, I mean, who's heard anything of Mario in the past 20 odd years? Nothing really. I can't.
Well, yeah, he's retired.
He's retired. That's right. He's
Hey,
living uncomfortably in London.
Hey, Mario Bob Hoskins.
I kept getting called Danny DeVito all holiday. Like I look like Danny DeVito.
Danny
What's
DeVito,
going on?
really?
Yeah, no.
That's a bit heavy,
It
isn't
is a
it?
bit heavy. John, let's start this raffle.
Yeah.
How do we do that?
Oh, right. So, game I received today is all about...
Oh, you got the new Jaws game.
What new Jaws game?
There's a Jaws board game out. It looks really good.
Jaws 1.
It's the
One
greatest.
of the best films ever made.
I know somebody
That's-
showed it to their kids and they said, "Yeah, it's a bit unrealistic, isn't it?"
Oh, don't. I mean, I've watched Jaws more
Just the
times than I've
scene
watched
when they're
Star Wars.
sat in the boat
Oh, no.
telling
Yeah,
the
that's it,
stories.
yeah.
The
And-
acting that goes on then is just...
That, with the three of them in the boat, is like one of the greatest moments
Yep.
in cinema history. The cinematography where he's flicking through the shark books and you can see it in his glasses as well.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
The bit with him on the beach where the camera zooms to him as well. Where it's, there's certain moments in that film which are just gobsmacking.
Excellent. Yeah, I agree.
It's bloody Spielberg, isn't it? You know,
He's all right.
he's all right at making movies. He knows what
He's
he's
all right
doing.
at making a movie.
Here we go. Win some stuff. Here we go. Who's beeping me?
Weekend Warlords. There we'll go. I'll win what stuff. I have to just make it all my way. Yeah, you will. Hopefully, you do win some world stuff. Right, listen. This right now is for this complete Plo-Clune cards, all the cardboard, everything. The 4 upgrades, the actual ship, the actual cardboard, the actual dial. Worlds only. It's 1,000 spondoolies a ticket. If you are a subscriber, you get an extra ticket. You can have as many tickets as you want. Like I said, 1,000 spondoolies. That was a £10 donation. Would get you Plo-Clune. Plo-Clune.
Coon, isn't it?
Yeah. Rather unfortunate name for a character, as far as I'm concerned. They could have thought about that a little bit better.
It's good.
It's good, but and also at the end of the stream, the single person who has donated the most this episode gets this, right? And I will stop that like 5-10 minutes before the end of the stream, and it will be signed by myself and Simeon for sure. And then whether you want the rest of the Warlords, like all the key players,
we're saying
that.
why not get it signed by the veterans?
Well, whatever you guys want, we'll do. The same with the ship. Whoever wins it, if you want the box signed, we'll do it. If not, we'll leave it original. We won't touch nothing. You tell us what you want. So that's coming up in just a second. All I'm doing at the moment, right? My head's talking to you lot tonight, to be honest. I am just now. So I put some red on the barbed wire. I'll end up dry brushing some metals on that and then wash it all back.
Right.
And now I'm just picking out all the silvers, which are all going to be knocked back. Just using like a normal silver. And then I will go in. That's it. It's open, guys.
So you have to do ! Raffle. And then
Are the subs getting an extra one? Is that up, John?
Yeah. Subscribers will get an extra one.
So Matt, you might not be a sub there, bro.
Dalton just jumped straight in with 15.
Yeah,
Whoa!
But he only got 2 tickets because he's obviously not got them.
He has got 15,000. Seen it earlier.
Hold on.
Hang on. Hold on.
Whoa. We might have a limit on ting. It's broke.
It's broke.
Yeah, John's broke.
Have
Have they touched it? They've changed it, have they?
Yeah, because Matt Cole should have got 3. I started to twig them, Matt, because you did for 2, but you're a subscriber, so you should have got 3. I agree, my man.
The maximum number of tickets is wrong.
Yeah, we go. It's all right. We're fixing it.
We're fixing it. Just chill, and we will redress the balance.
He's just working it out in his head.
If you need to take your shoes off, I'm willing to help you count.
Might need to, mate.
Mate, I'd be lost. If it was down to me, they'd still be looking at a blank screen with no sound.
Yeah. With no sound.
No sound.
It was epic, that was. That was the
epic.
best bit.
Epic fail.
Yeah.
To open the show.
Yeah. No sound, just like the old
Whoa.
days. Hey, oh.
Hey up, John.
Hey, oh. That's all right, they can't see that.
They can't see that. That's
We
disgusting,
can see
John, man. You got a weird taste.
Yeah,
bro.
why are you showing us that?
What's
What's
that
that
all
lump
about?
on the end?
And the dribbly bit.
But yeah, I believe me and a few of the other guys are starting Friday with some warm-up games and general Star Wars excitement. I heard this, Josh, because I am still in the Warlords chat and did see you book some tables. The raffle has been cancelled, Streamlabs. Yeah, that's right, because we're Streamlabs. I've signed Plo Join photo. Ooh, who's Plo Join? I like him.
It's, Terence Griffiths join as illegitimate.
Go
child.
again. I will.
Right. So, it was only a couple of them that did it, was it?
Yeah.
Yes, he's got the numbers.
I've got the numbers for that.
Did
Right.
So when Dalton did his thing, did it
Yeah.
take all his points?
I don't think so. No, because they were maxed out, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, it took 2 lots, right? So, let
They're all back. Look, they're hitting it. They're hitting it hard now.
That's right. I need that over here.
he's sorting it.
He's
Those of
sorting
you
it.
that bid tickets, you'll get those tickets.
Yeah. So I've got a list of you.
Plus, you can also now buy more tickets. We'll sort you out. Don't worry.
Don't
Yeah,
worry.
we're
We'll
on.
sort that out before we close it.
Yep. We got plenty of
Yeah,
time
look,
as
Matt
well.
did it. Look, now he got 3 tickets. It worked. Rich got 2 for raffling 1. Genius, like it. We're on. It's on. It's working. Dalton,
Worlds would
you
have been-
received 16 tickets. Bosh! He's winning.
Captain Rex planning. Oh, bugger, that went too quick.
What did Rex say? Captain Rex. That was Amish Josh. Captain Rex planning to be here from afternoon onwards.
Oh, what, on the
6
Friday?
Then a trip to the pub, I think. Yes.
On the Friday,
yeah,
nice.
Friday night.
Nice.
Party on. I am working Friday and Saturday, but I shall be here Sunday.
You're not here Saturday?
No,
Are
I'm
you
working
kidding?
overtime.
Seriously, dude?
Man,
Just suck chuck sicky, man.
oh, dude, you just can't.
I'll give you
at the
50 quid.
minute. I'm.
We all chap in like £5 each. Nash don't have to go to work on the Saturday.
I wish.
Oh, thank you, Archie. I'm really glad you got it, bro. Really am glad.
Used
I met
it
the
in game
funniest,
as well.
the funniest postman ever when I was posting
Walking
it in
for a
America.
weekend off.
It was hilarious. We were having a nice little general chat, and then he turned around and went, "How's Brexit going?" I went, "I don't know, mate. How's Trump?" And he just went, "Touche, touche."
Yeah. I love the fact that we've got Trump and Boris in charge. It's
Yeah,
just like
it's just a comedy-
comedy
programme.
It's like an 80s movie. It's like it really is. It's just like what's going on?
Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, if you come down from space, like if you do, like, oh, you've been frozen in like liquid nitrogen or something. Oh, Captain America.
Mima, we have decided you've posed no threat to the galaxy, only to
It's
yourselves.
just brilliant. If you just woke up out of it now, you'd just be like, what?
You just watched him on WWE
Yeah.
doing a stint and then
Yeah.
woke up. Oh, he's your president.
Yeah.
No,
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Yeah, majority.
Yeah. Did really well.
Yeah. Right, John sorted out all your tickets, so you should all have plenty now. Plenty. So now Worlds is over. Important, George.
Go on.
What you done flying now?
Oh, look, honestly. So I was having a conversation with a couple of people that flew handjake, and it wasn't exactly my handjake, because I even went with a different one to Jack in the end.
Oh, okay.
I think I did better than Jack overall as well. I had like fully tooled up. I was like 197. But it really struggles. The biggest thing, it's completely capable of winning every matchup if you fly really well, but it's heavily punished for variance. That's when the list falls apart, because you've literally only really got one ship shooting most of the time. But I haven't given up. I haven't given up on handjake.
Okay.
I might be flying it at the weekend.
Really?
It's my baby, innit? I don't. When I like get in my zone. Like they saw me play one game at Worlds where I was like, you can't beat me.
Yeah.
When I'm on that,
when it was on
that level, where it was like I played against Sam, where Sam was like, you have had Jake without manoeuvre on either Vader, Sontir, or Thingy Bob the whole game, and I haven't had a shot on it. And when I get like in that zone where I get my position right, and they're like, how are you doing that? How are you being where I can't get to you with an A-wing at PS4? And it's like, it's wicked. So that's it. I'm probably going to bring hand Jake. I might bring hand wedge Jake.
Really?
Because you said something about 3 ships.
Yeah.
I know that's the second day.
Second day, yeah.
It kind of like, well, maybe I should just add the ship in straight away and get used to it.
I know, because Simeon, I nearly questioned Simeon when he piped up. Because for those of you that don't know, on our veterans tournament, a lot of you won't know because it's a veterans event. Day 2, for those that haven't made the cut, we've done a 3's the magic number tournament where you must have 3 ships. No more, no less. It must be 3 ships. It must be a legal list. And it must contain 3 ships. So Sim was like, oh, it's the first time I've like run more than 3 ships, is it? I think he got a more than 3 ship list that he wanted to run.
Yeah.
And he was like, and now I can't use it. I was thinking, hang on a minute. So you think you're not making the cut? Like, surely you're winning it. But
well,
we should wait and
we
see.
shall see.
We should wait and see.
My money's on Lewis.
Really?
Yeah, he's on form at the moment, dude. Like, Lewis could have really won Worlds if he hadn't had that
that one game where
variance
dice,
game.
Yeah.
Lewis was playing like an absolute
He was on fire.
monster. He was really on form, dude. He was like second in faction or something.
Yeah.
Which is insane, dude. I think he just missed out on the template tray.
Ugh.
But he was just wanted, he was second in faction at the biggest ever X-Wing event.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, yeah.
And that was
It just
overall,
shows
I
his
think,
quality.
over both days.
Yeah.
Both days of Swiss. I don't know. It might not have been over both days. But in my head, it was over 10 years. He was the best player.
In the world ever.
So,
in history.
a couple people that are like pop into my mind that I don't know if I bigged up. I think I did this first one, but it is the young Jean-Luc Leroux, right? So this is Paul Leroux's son. I love Paul Leroux. Paul, you're awesome if you're watching. You are a top bloke. And I know you wanted to come and meet me, but I had a bit of a nerdgasm when I met you. So it's like a mutual artist love-off.
Just a quick mention to Kai. People have donated spondoolies to him, so he has.
Kay.
Kay.
So, Kay, have you put him through his tickets or to give him the spondoolies?
I gave him the spondoolies. So
Okay, so you've got the spondoolies.
You've got
Do a
some
check.
spondoolies, dude. Check your thing. I'd just like to say that Jean-Luc Leroux was an inspirational young man. I was so...
How old is he?
15.
No.
And he's Simeon level.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this is what we were saying earlier. Like, that kid's going to win something big.
Oh, I was... My money was on him or Lewis.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know if I spent more time watching him and pep talking him or I did with Lewis. Oh, it was him.
Yeah.
Well, I was absolutely... I could see things going. I was like... I remember walking past him at one point and went, "You've got this, fight."
Yeah.
And then he won.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Right, okay, I've got this." Because he was proper, really, he wanted to meet Simeon.
Yeah.
That was his, I don't want to meet Simeon, I want to meet Simeon. Because he's young, innit?
Yeah, that's right.
That's
Someone
what I
for him
said
to
about
look
when he won.
to.
They looked, and Simeon had all the time in the world. He was like, for him, it was his highlight meeting Jean-Luc.
Yeah.
Because he was another young kid and he wanted to
Well,
meet
we
him.
said
And
this when
Simeon actually was like, "Wow, this kid's really good. I think he's better than me. His list's amazing."
When
the way
Sim
he's
won
flying
last
it."
year, we said that this was one of the amazing things that would come out of Simeon winning. Was the fact that it gave, so it's not some old guy who's been playing miniature games his whole life, and you know
He's 45 and removed from all the
yeah,
younger
society and yeah. No, we're talking about a young kid that other young kids can get into the game and go, well, this young lad's the world champion. You know what I mean? So to see another young kid like that, a 15-year-old, smashing up the table, making cuts.
It's good for the hobby when youngsters win.
That's what you want. You want
it brings new players in.
We're looking at the store. We've got young Henry and Vivek, and we have a younger side of it that does come and play with us. So we love all that, don't we? Don't be dissing us old blokes. Yeah. What? You know how it is.
You're really old though, Paul. Like, you're on a different level to us other old blokes.
Yeah.
You're like almost bone meal.
Dust in the wind.
So, Jean-Luc Leroux, Matt, I need to speak to you, Matt, because I would like to commission one of your masterpieces to be made for that young man to get sent out to him next year, okay? I'll be speaking to you about that, Matt, because this kid really, really heavily impressed upon me, and so did his dad, and so did the relationship they had and how they were. Like, wow. The other people that I've really forgot to mention, and I felt like such a prat, was the OP team. I don't know how I did that. It was wicked, right? All the American lot, Alex, Alec, everyone, and especially Alicia. So you all know young Alicia, right? Runs all the events in the UK. That girl worked her little butt off, right? And I don't think we give these guys, the judging crew, the marshals that were there from early. And honestly, we weren't getting out of that venue most nights till 11 o'clock. So it was from 8 o'clock in the morning till 11 o'clock at night, stood on their feet. That's a long, hard day. And I forgot, because I don't know if you noticed, I was high on caffeine, low on sleep, in 2 different time zones. I was quite emotional. And there was stuff I forgot, and I instantly, as I stopped recording, kicked myself about things I didn't touch on. The OP team was absolutely one of the big things I forgot. Yeah, if it weren't for OP and the job they're doing, and they do listen to us, and our feedback is well deserved, and they do really try, and I think it was great. Caffeine. Yeah, I mean, you heard me say we've not got one, we've not got two, we got two, right? Because I really was still like buzzing on adrenaline. It was amazing, yeah. I know. So traditionally in the UK, there's always been the rivalry of the Warlords and the 186, but honestly, they were wicked. And when we go to Worlds, it's a completely different vibe, and all of them stalked the aisles like gents, and everyone looked up to them and looked up to us and looked up to all the UK players, and seeing anyone in the UK, and Ollie's been the bridesmaid a million times, was properly made up for everyone. Ask them if I didn't lose my voice screaming for Ollie. I couldn't speak the next day, so I was well chuffed, whether it was a Warlord, a Harlequin, a 186 or whoever it was.
Yeah, all the boys.
The teams are not important.
Everyone was represented as Team UK, and it was just amazing, wasn't it? Trying to curb the rampant farming was a real tilting at Wimbledon.
Yeah, well, it was good that he stopped the farming, because I certainly was no part of it. And when you see suddenly someone's putting on the internet 200 prize wall tickets for $300 or $400, whatever it was, nonsense. That shouldn't be allowed. There should have been a little bit more of a curb. I played one pod over the whole weekend, and it took us 4 hours. We actually played our games. I didn't care about the fact I was getting prize tickets. Well, I did, because I was like, I just need a couple. I can get a print. I can get Ash a couple of cards, because I already had some from my Swiss rounds, enough to get what I wanted. But I wanted to play games. I got to play a couple of amazing people from other sides of the planet that it was just made me happy to play against those people, more than the prize ticket brought me joy. I did get a set of Plo Koon templates though.
Well,
eventually,
because Kev, I was talking to Kev, he was saying the same thing. So yeah, nobody's got them.
I cut my tongue as well. I did cut my tongue. You're right. I did cut my tongue, all frick. Remember that? Proper hurt my tongue while I was streaming. I don't know how I do stupid.
What do you do? Bite it?
I don't know. I like proper cut it. And I was like, I've got a really sore throat, everyone. I can't talk. And then I went home. I'm like, I've got a big cut in my tongue. I'm like,
what am I doing? You dragged it on a tooth.
What do you do?
What you
chew your food, eh? Don't just bite it.
Nubian. Right.
But yeah, it genuinely was such a good thing. So, like, and meta-wise, it probably was eating those fries.
Well, you have some spiky fries.
Oh, all frick's on. All frick. Hello, mate. Clive is in the chat. And Ulfric, remember I said to you about Clive, maybe you two should like swap details, but Ulfric, thanks very much for those fries, bro. You're a lifesaver, and it was honestly really nice to meet you. Really, really big guy, man, really tall. He's like
big,
7'2". He's a monster. And those Minnesota tater tots. I didn't have no Minnesota tater tots. I had a Juicy Lucy. We finally went to this place that sells Juicy Lucy's, and we got there just before, and there was already a queue before the queue ended up halfway down the street, and she literally sat us down and went, Juicy Lucy's, and we all went, yep. She brought us chips, Juicy Lucy's. They only had beer, period.
That's it. Just
beer,
we sell
and
beer.
3 cans of pop, right? I was like, I want a Bacardi and Coke.
No.
Beer. Okay, I'll have a Coke. Okay. And a Juicy Lucy. And as soon as we'd eaten, she went, you lot done?
Move, yeah.
It was like, up, out. Right? Yeah. Unless you're going to spend a load of money, there's a queue up the... Oh, my God. It was the best burger I've ever eaten in my life.
Really?
It was worth the 2 years it took us to find the restaurant. Well, the first year we went and got lost, chain of cars, and driving around Minnesota like idiots, trying to find
the first year you went, you weren't impressed with the food at all.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
Second year we were in the city centre,
and you was eating real American food.
We had some good American food. I mean, we had a Domino's one night. Clearly, that's just a Domino's. But we found a Juicy Lucy. We found Mickey's, which is a lifesaver.
Yeah.
Because Mickey's was just like
you said, you went back there a few times.
Almost every day we were back at Mickey's. And then the best thing we had as well, we found this place that had all these food trucks inside a building.
Oh, okay.
And a big bar.
Yeah.
And we had these tacos, but they were soft with pulp. Oh my God.
Really?
They were ridiculous.
Fresh as well.
Ridiculous.
Well, it said no plates, no cutlery. Spent the budget on the napkins.
Yeah, absolutely that. Mickey's was amazing. Ponderosa, best place to. Where's Ponderosa? Is that in Minnesota?
Yeah, never heard of it. I've not been to the States though. John, you've been to America?
I've been to Florida.
Have you? Yeah, that's proper holiday.
Yeah. Florida's not America.
No, it's not, is it?
No, it's Disney World.
Yeah, it's Disney Town.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, as soon as you get there, you know, oh yeah. I remember why I didn't want.
Mickey.
Yeah,
See, like anytime you got restaurant and chain, it ain't going to be that good, is it really?
so much good food here in the US. I'll say that whilst working at the head office of a huge fast food chain.
Yeah.
Florida isn't America.
No,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
not.
yeah. Hunting burgers without me, kind of hurts. Was in Phoenix nights, sunshine indoors. I don't know.
Little place like Mickey's that had proper character. Honestly, right? If it was the UK, they would have been closed down in 33 seconds flat. Right? The only thing holding the building together was the grease. But the food was fantastic. The plates were clean. The atmosphere was incredible. It was really reasonable for what you were getting. I mean, it was ridiculous. So I ordered a Denver omelette. What did you put? 60 eggs?
Really, it's huge.
It's like that. Here's your Denver omelette. Oh, and here's another plate full of potatoes.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. Lovely. And here's 67 cups of coffee.
Yeah.
I love that. It was
Yeah,
that proper sat at a bar, watching them cook it. Coffee, cold water, chat. It was that. It's not even about what you're eating then. It was that someone gave me that bit of America I'd seen in a film and was giving me the experience.
That diner experience.
It was giving me that. So it was much better planning to spam with Disney Edge photos. Of course you do.
Yep.
We expect
We
nothing
expect
less.
it, yep.
I think I'll try to come over for a Northwestern Canadian Open, see if we can make it up to you. I am planning on Canada one day, guys. One day. I definitely am. I've got family in Canada, and it would just be an incredible country to visit, I think. I think Death Revived. So that's Mark. Fantastic. Canadian boys are fantastic. So yeah, meta-wise, that's what I was going to talk about.
Tell us.
Meta-wise, what did we see at Worlds?
Tell us about the terrible Nantex.
Oh, I played a Nantec player. And his mates were watching, and they were rooting for me to beat him.
Because he brought.
They were like, "You brought Nantecs, no."
Yeah.
And he was like, "He's got a hand."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna slap you all round it." And he did really well. I'll give him his dues because he was another one. Triple evade.
Yeah.
It was like, well, do you know what? I'm fine. I got 16 health or whatever and regen, and I'm gonna hit you for 4. So take one.
Yeah.
Take one. Get off.
Yeah.
It was like that. It was like I lived. Jake lived going through the middle of both Nantecs, being tractored 3 turns on the trot, and survived to come out the back.
You knew we were going to do it as well.
And fire a proton rocket. It was so good.
Oh.
So there was Nantex, right? There wasn't all Nantex. There was the typical droid swarm that actually didn't do that well at all. What I did see that wasn't really expecting was masses and masses of Republic beef.
Yes.
So we had Rebel beef.
Yeah, no, it was Republic with
Republic beef. So there was Republic beef lists. There was like concentrated Jedi lists, which were just Jedis basically, maybe 2 Jedis and a ship.
But the beef is the
triple Jedis were really good. They were really effective.
But
triple
the
Jedi. The Republic beef is got lots of flavours. It could be like 2 arcs, a Y-wing, a Torrent, and a Jedi. It could be 2 Y-wings, an arc, and a Jedi. It could be what
it's the mixture.
It's the mixture, right? But they tend to now, instead of just being pure beef, pure just generics, or them sort of ships, there'll be a Jedi in there too. So that was kind of like, I wasn't ready for that, but actually, as soon as I saw it, I was like, give me that every round. I will smash that to pieces, because they can never live with Han.
Yeah.
The speed of Han. Not once. I played, I think, 4 times Imperial Aces. right? All with like Vaders and Sontiers with bids on
Imperials
it.
were
It
the
was
big.
all of that.
It was
yeah.
all Imperials.
And that's the
So
hardest match for me,
I
really.
think James has just put up there's a FFG article which gives you a complete breakdown of each day, ship snowshoes, pilot snowshoes,
Yeah, and
everything.
look,
and Vader is got some love.
You got to remember,
Vader
right?
was
You
there.
guys ain't. If you guys want all of that, like someone made a comment. I think it was Farmer was making this big impassioned thing about his podcast and that. And if you guys want meta stats, if you want to know how many X-wings were there, just go and find it.
Yeah, it's all on the
There's no
FFG
point
page,
us wasting our breath telling you that stuff. I'll tell you what my overall impression was, and it definitely was certain archetypes were doing. Like the Resistance weird jank was now the new jank. So you had these weird 5-ship odd Resistance with A-wings and an X-wing and some little bug shuttle things, and then there was like the Republic beef list. There was definitely the Imperial Aces. The Triple Aces were the Imperial list, or 2 and the shuttle. There was a couple of good First Order lists, which again included a shuttle and 2 ships normally. Rebel beef was still there, weird janky stuff, and then there was of course that kind of archetype scum list that's doing around with Torquil mucks and all that. They're not interesting, Tavern Wars. So I love you. You know I love you. That's not an interesting list. It's just a point and click, switch off your I'm going to shoot you and kill you. They're the sort of lists I find really boring in X.
There's a lot of wedge there as well.
There was some wedges there,
He's
definitely.
got a high, yeah, if you look at the
Wedge
stats.
is really good.
He's solid.
Like,
yeah.
He's
His ability is
overcosted, but he's
fantastic.
really, really
Yeah.
good. Any ship that's got outmaneuver on you all the time is a scary
I know, and
ship.
if you can fly a T-65, wow, he is amazing.
Yeah,
Very
he is
strong.
an amazing ship. Control Hawk Delete, yeah.
That's very good.
But yeah, I mean, for someone like me, I like that sort of list because I'm always kiting. So range controlling something like that's great for me. I can play the long game, engage late, get half points on something that they can't get it back on hand, and just vanish and just go see you later. So yeah, wedges. He generally does really pull some weight. My friend Alex, you might have seen him on Streamlarks Tuesday. He was playing this wedge Luke. What's his name? Fen Rao in the shuttle list, right?
Oh yeah.
Really clever little idea. Not too many toys, a couple of regens, and Fen might have had Leia or something like that. But it wasn't like massively toyed up. And I played Simeon a little test game with it, and he was playing two Phantoms and an Inquisitor's tie, and I smashed him to bits with it.
Really?
I like ruined him with it. He conceded after 4 engages. Went, yeah, it's done.
Yeah, it's done.
I can't.
Yeah.
Like you've murdered me with your position and that. So and Wedge is legit. Wedge can really hurt. You rock up to a Phantom who's on 2 greens, and you go, you're on 1 green. Here's 4 pills. Oops.
Yeah.
Did I just strip your shields and crit? Yeah, yes, I did.
Yeah. You
And,
game
and
over.
Luke's going to shoot you now at range
Yeah.
1, 2.
Yeah.
So you're dead
Yeah.
straight away. So yeah, Wedge is great. I might have to re-look at my old hand wedge.
Well, look, you were saying hand wedge Jake
Yeah, but
for the 3 ship anyway.
there's like I hate
You have to strip
taking
much,
too much
I know.
off hand.
Yeah.
Like when you strip him down like that, it
You
don't,
like a chunky hand.
it's
though.
not respectful, is it? No, it's never. Lando's never ever gonna take the place of Han Solo, and I understand that Lando Wedge as a pair are probably better. I don't care.
I want to fly a hand.
I never wanted to be.
There's
Lando.
that photo. Of,
We've got a Lando in this country,
yeah.
and he's the only Lando for me. I'm the hand to his Lando. It would be wrong of me
To use.
to, wouldn't it?
Well,
He's in the chat. Sean, you in the chat?
There's the photo from Return of the Jedi at the Ewok party where Wedge and Han are talking. It's like, I don't know if it's an out of scenes photo or what, but like I love that image. Someone keeps posting
Oh yeah,
it up all the
because he's
time.
going to be in the
It's
new
best.
film, isn't he?
So-
is he going to be in the new? He was seen in the new film, right?
No, so the Wedge, as we know from Wedge in Aftermath trilogy, he ends up with Nora Wexley, right? There's a new book that comes out in 3 days, and there's a snippet of it on the internet already. In that, they go and fetch Wedge, who is now living on a farm with Nora Wexler. and he's coming back. So he is in episode 9.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got him from top to bottom.
He's definitely in the book. They haven't. The confirmation.
Yeah, I
of him
don't know
actually
if
being
I'm
in the
more
film.
excited about Wedge or I'm more excited about Nora Wexley.
I know, yeah. If they actually put her into
And
it.
if they're going to cast someone as Nora, because then couldn't you potentially go back and do all the aftermath?
Well, we know
books?
that. Yeah. Well,
Or
we know.
couldn't you do-
Well, we know that Snap's is back, don't we? We know that Snap Wexley's back. So Nora, Wedge, Snap. I've got a big feeling we're going to see Mr. Bones. I know that he's like in some incarnation of Mr. Bones anyway. Damn Disney killing Wedge's old.
Well, who's he killed? Who've they killed? Wedge's old flames, dude. It's the last word that's important. Like his old women, they haven't.
You haven't? No, Wedge. Not in canon, anyway.
Well, I'm not painting anymore. I'm really not like. There's no point. Today
No,
has just been.
Aftermath was terrible. Aftermath is amazing. The trilogy is fantastic. So good. Like,
Ooh, controversy.
yeah,
everyone.
I can see where you're coming from. I've read all the new
Controversy.
canon, but I really like Aftermath. I like that it involves them new characters. I think Nora Wexley's amazing character. I think Mr. Bones and Snap are brilliant.
Mr. Bones.
I think the bounty hunter, what's the name? I forget her name. She's great in it, and the Imperial agent as well. They're just wicked characters. The Rogue Squadron books had a lot of Wedge content. Yeah, but that's all dead, isn't it? Yeah, that's all gone. There's no Rogue Squadron books. Was no longer canon. That's all legends nonsense. Doesn't matter anyway.
Right, so listen, painting plans for next week when I'm actually got to be painting it on. I just wanted to talk about Worlds, and I've missed you all, and I knew we were going to this was going to descend into this. He's here. I'd much prefer, honestly, chat to him a bit as we have. This, I'll go home. I'm just going to do what you've seen. I'm going to do some washes, some more highlighting, some knocking back forwards, some bit of detail, and it'll be done. This will be done, and some nice photos for John to put up on stream. Next week, John will bring the SLR with him, and I'm gonna order one of those rotating cake stands, and we'll just maybe take a 2-minute video. We'll be putting out some really nice footage of this miniature on the internet. Not next week, the week after, but next week it will be here, done, based, finished. I will either go and pick out a Star Wars figure or Wookiee Outrider. Thank you so much. There's still time to enter.
That's right, Matt. It is a blend.
Enter the giveaway, bro. So just so you know, it's still open, and I will decide whether I want to crack on with doing little pod racer, or I'm gonna pick out a figure and something like that to paint. I have actually. Do you know what I was thinking about doing? Here's a weird one. See how you guys think about this. So the idea with getting the Legion box was I get the Legion box, I build the Legion box. I might convert 1 or 2 figures, nothing too much because I don't want to go mad. Because I will.
Alternate pose.
The odd couple that where I can see, I could do that. I could do
think
that. A little bit of green here and a pin
I'm going
here.
to say, I think the droids and Grievous you could.
There'll be a couple I'll be able to mess with, but in general they're going to have a stunning. I'm going to do a stunning. Every miniature and every piece that's in that box is going to be painted, right? So whatever comes with it, they're all going to be based beautifully, and that's going to be up for sale to someone when it's all done. But I thought along those lines, a little while ago, I brought Speed Freaks. Who's interested in me doing exactly that with the Speed Freaks box set? So I stick together everything that's in Speed Freaks. The bikes might well have a little conversion. They might not, to be fair, but if I did the whole of the contents of the Speed Freaks box, so I'm not going to paint it all on stream because that would be too long, but I do want to show you Legion done on stream because I want to show you bulk airbrushing regiments and stuff, whereas the Orcs is 2 buggies and like 6 bikes or whatever it is. But I will be, each one of those is going to be like a work of art sort of thing. So what I'll do is I'll end up painting 1 buggy and maybe a bike, another episode, so you can kind of see, and we work through the Orc thing, or maybe one of them I'll do a buggy, then you know how to do a bike anyway, and then one of them I'll concentrate on how I based them, and I'll do all the terrain, and then I'll do that. If anyone's interested in seeing me paint those sort of models, let me know. Put some comments either on this or on my Facebook page and let me know. So, because I don't want to come on and be painting stuff you guys are not really interested in. If not, I can dig out one of my Star Wars sculpts or something like that.
No, I'd say I'd go with that. Go with the Speed Freaks box, because not only is it orcs and everyone wants to see it, but amazing, right? You know, there's some good models in that box.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, go with that.
I will ring you tomorrow, bro. Yeah, so look, before we get to closing down everything, please, if you can support the Patreon for $2 a month, it keeps it running. It's really important. And it's going to help me to progress in the next 6 months. Take this from just once a week to I'm hoping to 3 times a week. And they will be at different times, and some of them won't be the most suitable for the UK. But I also need to give some love to my brothers and sisters over in America and Canada that are either at work now, whatever, and they supporting me outrageously. So I want to do something specifically for them. But that will be more content saved for you guys to watch. And that will be much more. When I'm at home, I will be able to be way more expressive. You'll be catching me drawing. It will just be me working real life. No nonsense, no filters, in my comfortable environment with my music and all of that. We'll work through all of that. So, but your UK times are perfect for Monday afternoon work boredom. Monday afternoons, Monday will never change, right? Even when I'm streaming at home, regardless of where all of my streaming goes in the future, Mondays I will always be streaming on the Weekend Warlords Twitch channel. Okay, forever. That is the UK slot. Any of you guys anywhere else watching it, thank you so much for fitting me into your lives or your weird time schedules. I'm sorry we're not all on one big clock. Clearly, if it was flat earth, we would be, wouldn't we? but I suppose it's because they've got to wheel the sun along.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you know what I mean? And then what I get, it goes under them really quickly, doesn't it? Then they have to go really, really fast, right, to get it to come back out. No more cooking videos. Stop. I do really good cooking videos, right? Actually, that pasta sauce, Alex has never eaten red wine in a sauce, never eaten mushrooms. The boy, I didn't need to wash the plate.
He devoured it.
No, really, he properly cleaned his plate. I will be doing, those of you that are interested, when Christmas comes, I will make sweet pasta. Let that blow your head. And when you see it, and then make it yourselves and taste it, it will change your lives, and you won't want nothing else at Christmas other than sweet pasta. You'll see. It ain't like a bowl of pasta, but it's pasta that's fried. Right? You make fresh pasta, Captain Rex, but instead of just normal fresh pasta, I put some orange peel and white wine, and then I let it cure, and then I make a sheet of fresh pasta through my pasta machine, and then I cut it into strips, pinch it, and I fry them in oil, and they boom, and then they come out and they're drained, and then they're covered in icing sugar or in honey. Frappe, my daughter going, frappe, daddy, make frappe for me. And you have that with red wine or champagne, and you can't stop, and it's the best thing in the world. I'll do you a couple of sweets that I wouldn't normally do at Christmas, and a bit more cooking. I love doing the cooking.
Yeah, it's good.
I don't know what
it's
it is
really
about
good.
it. I really enjoy doing the cooking. It's a lot of fun.
Right, John, pull it.
Right, we are about to. I'm going to give you to the count of 10 to close the entry. So last chance. Any more tickets?
Hey, oh.
Oh, thank you very much. And have we got deep fried sugary pack? You wait. You're going to love it. Please send recipe. I will. Lisa will confirm this, but I used to make a spaghetti bolognese with pineapple in it. Genuine. Okay, so Lisa, there are other options in life, my sweet. I'm single at the moment, and I can cook without pineapple in it.
Yeah,
Really.
pineapple don't need
Sweet.
to be.
I'm
anywhere.
back to fighting weight. Yeah, same as when I was 21. I've already mentioned that. I'm going to mention it again. Yes, right. The pecs are popping. Rest of most cooking show incoming. No, dude. I proper love cooking, and I ain't no Raymond Blanc, but my mum was good Italian mum, and she taught me how to cook.
Oh, she can cook.
And
oh
she
my
can
God.
really cook. She's going to teach me how to do the breads soon. She's going to teach me how to do focaccia.
Oh,
I said focaccia. I didn't swear.
Yeah.
Wait till, and I'll show you how to make focaccia. Once you've eaten focaccia, there's no English person that's been to my house, tasted focaccia, and gone ever anything other than I need that. In my life forever.
I want loads of
I
that.
just
I'll
want
eat that
loads of
tray,
that.
please.
Right, Matt Cole's 1 million tickets.
Yeah.
Right, giveaway is closed.
Close. You can no longer
Okay.
enter the raffle.
Before we do the prize. Oh,
Too late.
You missed that one, chicken.
Wookie Outrider. I'm so sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
Close, but no cigar.
Oh, Mark, I'll give you 4 big hugs. I'm sorry, bro. You wouldn't cost you
He's got
anything.
11 tickets anyhow.
He's got 11 anyway.
He's all right.
Oh, greedy sod. No, don't hard luck him, Captain Rex. He's bullying everyone with only 2 tickets. Right, before we do that, John, do we have a total of who donated tonight? Because I'd like to do that before we do the ship.
What? Who donated the most?
The most, yeah.
I believe it was Ulfric was 60 quid.
Oh, yeah.
Are we sure? Because there was a couple of bitty bids.
I'm pretty
Because
sure.
Shazbot dealed a couple of times.
Dalton was in at big one and all.
There is a way of looking at it. Can we do it right now?
Just working this
It might
out.
be up on the actual...
Give us a second, guys.
Give us a second.
Just pressing
Phil,
some
Phil.
buttons.
Phil. Yeah. So, Patreon guys. Salacious Crumb Dials, Rcast, they're on my way back to me. You'll be seeing photos. The ones, your $10 patrons, they'll be going in the post to you straight away. $20 patrons, give us a couple of weeks to get them painted for you guys. Got 10 to do for you guys. They'll get sent out. And also, I am doing 2 cards. I'm doing a hand solo card and an engine upgrade card. They will also be going out to the Patreons in the next couple of weeks' time. Thank you very much. And the 6-month date was from October, not November. So we're starting another 6-month period. We're already in the first month of that. So if you're out there, please sign up. $10 and $20 are where you're going to get your prizes. $5 is going to be getting you cards as well. So they're the brackets you want if you want goodies every 6 months. If not, $2 and you're going to get access to all the upcoming streams, and some of them will eventually get locked down to just Patreon.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Right. So especially when I start streaming a lot more from home. Clean my tabletop. It kind of looks like my TV has dirty marks all over it. I'm so sorry. It's not actually my tabletop. There
It's
you
a bit of paper.
Shazbot actually put a little message with his donation. It was awesome to meet you and Simeon.
Oh, awesome.
Oh,
So
Shazbot GG.
Was that the biggest?
It was.
It was.
Yeah.
So
Ulfric.
Ulfric, my brethren. Man, I'm gonna have to send it all the way back to bloody Lapland now, ain't I?
Yeah.
So you let me know, Ulfric,
Yeah,
what
just
you'd
that.
like me to do with that. Whether you'd like it just signed by me and the little Oompa Loompa, or whether you'd like it signed by the whole team, all of the warlords, veterans, etc.,
Whoever.
etc., etc.
We can make it happen.
We can find people.
Next week, tune in.
Random people.
Yeah, the kids that come in the shop and play Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh no! What am I talking about? Tuning in. It's Mister's Thingy Bobs.
Yeah,
it's
Mr.
stand of frame.
Yeah, Paul.
Yeah. Next week, tune in to see if I've cleared up my tabletop. Another riveting questions posed by Mr. Spurgeon. Should we draw the raffle?
Yeah. Drum
So,
roll. There you go.
hey, Dalton's won it.
Well done,
Yeah. God, how many tickets did he have?
A lot.
Is it like 67? Did he do all his spondoos?
He
But
smashed
that's
it.
cool.
He went in big.
Well done, Lee. You did, mate. And that's what I wanted. I wanted someone.
16.
Yeah, that's 16,000 spondoolies.
Yeah, he went in big.
Which means that Lee has donated at least £160 for those tickets. So when people donate, that's what I want to see. I want to see the people donating winning the prizes. Thank you so much for your support. It was a great deal, though. Look how lucky Lee got, right?
Yeah.
That could be any of you at any point. There's always something awesome to win or snag on this show. I don't know what I'm going to bring you next week. I might have
Find
to,
something else.
I might have to go and like knock up one of my little masterpieces or something. We'll see. And you never know how generous I feel when those Plo Clune templates do turn up.
When they finally arrive.
And you guys know what they're selling for, right?
Yeah,
right.
ridiculous.
So ridiculous money. So when they do show up, I have got a lot of templates. I have a tier. I love you, bro. I'm really properly made up for you. You have been a massive support. Lee is the reason I will be able to stream at home. Don't get me wrong. John's the reason I stream. But Lee has gifted me with some incredible gifts that mean I've now got my own computer. Doesn't mean I know how to use it. I've had to got a lodger for that. Right? But
make him earn his keep.
thank you so much. Thank you for everyone tonight. You've been so super, super generous. I'm sorry this wasn't a super heavy model making show. I've missed you all a lot. You know I was going to just talk and wanted to talk to you guys about this. And we really wanted to impress upon you that you really should not miss this weekend's coming event.
Yes.
No Tuesday night. We've got our Tuesday night dream stream and it's going to be awesome. But the tournament that is coming up at the weekend, for those of you new to watching this channel, is going to have some of the most deadly players in the world in this room. And I know that they ain't travelling from all over the world, but as you guys know, we're quite good at playing X-Wing in this country. And this is the place to win countrywide.
Well, not just that. I mean, people made the decision to come down here and to get a veteran's coin.
It's a big deal to have got this coin, and no one that's got this coin got it easy. So the tournament you are going to be witnessing this weekend, it will be a room of ridiculously talented, capable, intelligent, fun, fantastic, beautiful people, right? So you're going to see the game played the way it's meant to be played. It's like the Masters of X-Wing. You are absolutely right. And you will see there's going to be some flying happening. What we will be doing, I should imagine, vets will start when? December, first tournament, I should imagine.
All to be announced.
All to be announced.
All to be announced.
But look, we've got
very cagey at the minute. Just keep watching Warlord's pages, and a lot of information will be coming at you very soon.
Hello, beautiful Zoe Dalton. I hope to see you guys this weekend. Whoa.
This is a face planted to keep.
Hyperspace is in December. It's not, is it? I don't think it was December, is it?
Hyperspace is December,
Hyperspace 7th of December.
7th of December, yeah.
That's the one. So this is what's probably going to happen, is we're going to have vets, then we're going to have the hyperspace, then we're going to have Leia, then we're probably going to get back into vets.
Yeah.
Right? That's the reality of it is.
Then we're going to have a
and
kit.
for those of you that have never been to Leia, Christmas is Leia.
Yeah.
For me. I don't really do Christmas Day. I wait till the 27th. I have the best Christmas. Put a suit on and everything. We all eat together. It's only got better every year, as far as I'm concerned.
They've been fantastic.
And then on the 29th, after the 27th, that I've had a day to recover, I then go to my mum's and have Christmas, right? So that is the start of Christmas. If there is any tickets available, and I will impress upon you, they will go instantly, and you can get one and you've never been, come. You will not regret it, and it might seem like, well, it's the 27th. It's the best party in town.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
And we will have a little twist again this year, like we do every year.
Yeah.
Ash has got some cool little ideas, so that's another one. But yeah, this weekend, guys, please go out there. I know you're watching it in Canada. I know you're watching it in America. Please get the words out about the tournament that's happening. Let them know that it's on the Weekend Warlords Twitch channel. And also be on YouTube, but it's the Twitch channel we really want you guys watching on. Please watch this. It is going to be, like Josh said, 27 games or some ridiculous amount. 2 tables.
A lot of games recorded, yeah.
Whether it's going to be one recorded or 2 streaming at once, but we are going to
I think the idea is that you can flick on the other one and show you highlights of it while it's going on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then we will have canned stuff that over the next few weeks we'll be getting out to you, but there will be 27 humdingers happening. Passed it along my local place watch. Thank you, Archman. Thank you, everyone that does that. Yeah, look, once again, this has been a bloody awesome show. I love you lot. I'm back. I feel much better. I'm going to do my best to be completely on form this year.
Yeah, we're going for it.
Oh, you know I'm going for it. You all know now. I've told everyone. It's cool. I can say it's been hard.
Yeah.
Thank you for your donations. Thank you for the generous stuff and for tuning in as always and listening to us ramble. Next week we will be back with more painting, more talking, maybe a bit less Ash. I don't know if he's here next week. We'll see.
Knows?
If he can be here, cool.
Yeah,
But
hopefully.
he's also got life, and that's cool.
I'm just doing... this is the time of the year for me, which is the most busy at work.
That's where you get all your tips and maybe,
a
little bit...
Yeah.
Hey, Ash, can I invite you in for a cup of tea? It's cold.
Yeah, some eggnog.
It's some eggnog.
Is that what they're calling it now?
Yeah,
Because it's been nearly 2 years. I don't know what they call it now.
Creamy eggnog. I ain't going in for that.
So, Captain Rex, Skywalker Coles, everyone else in the chat, Ulfric, Clive, all of you out there. Congratulations to Lee Dalton.
Well done,
Congratulations to Clive for winning. Wookie Outrider, you are the stream boss, so you will be getting
1,000 Spondoolies?
1,000. Was it? I think it was 500, but we're giving you 1,000 because
Yeah,
you said
yeah,
it
yeah.
now, and we've been away for a long time.
Yeah, big up Josh. See you at the weekend.
On
Well
the
done,
next
Rich.
show, we will chuck up a post about Patreon, and if you are a Patreon, you comment on that post, and we will give you some more Spondoolies. I can't wait to see you next week. I can't wait to actually paint something and concentrate. It's wicked. I'm glad to be back. I love you. He loves
I love you.
Weekend Warlords. Peace.